for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy. Big D. Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule. That guy, Sean Belesian, in the house. Hi. For D-Mac. Hello, friend.
How are you, pal? It's been a
good,
while.
buddy. Good to be back.
It's been a while since I've seen my friend.
No, literally.
It literally has been. I want the Neil Rule World Tour shirt. Are they? Do you have any left? Can I? I'll buy one.
No, they were limited edition. They sold out.
Here's the latest stop on the Neil Rule Tour.
Oh, that is
Number
correct.
500.
Yeah. Number 500. Yeah, absolutely.
Big dog.
Never seen you look so dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Bro, I know they put out that video at the press conference when I came walking in the door because I was late because I wanted my family there. We got a picture together and because they're the ones, right? I just go to Hawaii and UCLA and North Carolina and call games. They're the ones that deal with the fallout, you know. So I wanted to get a picture together with them. So I was late to the press conference. And Campy, man, that guy.
He went off on you.
Yeah, he did, man. Had everybody in there clapping. I legit thought that they were clapping for somebody else. I looked around and I'm like, wait, somebody.
Oh, you could tell.
Yeah. I was like, is somebody here? Is somebody cool here? You know. So, but no, thank you guys. A lot of you reached out on social media too. It's very, very cool. It is. It's incredible. Just the people that reach out, the players. Kendrick Nunn.
Nice.
You know what it is, Sean. You worked in college sports for a while. The coaches and the players and everybody that have been there through the years, Kay Felder, all those guys, like Jalen Moore, it was cool, man. That's the cool part of it.
What people don't understand is, because this term gets thrown around way too much, but it really is a family. And you see these guys, Neil, for 3-4 years, and you might not even really know them that well. But when they come back 4, 5, 10 years later, and all of a sudden there they got a couple little ones or whatever the case, and obviously they're still following where they were. Neil, it's a special thing to be a part of that family. It really is. It's such a cool thing. Congratulations to you, my friend.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Because when you start putting the numbers back together, this year was the first year I Thanksgiving dinner with my family in a decade.
Wow.
But you turn that on the other side, I ate Christmas dinner with Oakland. But that's what it is. Thanksgiving dinner with those guys and everything. So it is. It's cool. And Oakland, I was really blown away by what Oakland did. So and all of you too. Thank you guys very much. So I'm a lucky dude, man. I got a good life. And I do. I enjoy it a lot. So back here with this family. Bourbon Friday, by the way.
Damn right.
Shout out to the folks at Varchaz. They did it up. KG, now we were late getting things rolling. We'll get it going at the commercial break.
All right.
Straight bourbon whiskey. This one, the Varchaz, the whole limited edition series they did. The straight bourbon whiskey finished in cognac barrels.
Hey!
Ooh,
you know that's my shit. You know that's my shit.
Now, surely this expedites my process, right? Or no?
We'll work on it.
We're working on it. All right. We got a full studio, though. We got KG in the building. We got young Justin. My guy Chase is in the house. Ben Morax, what it do?
Hello.
You shake off the ill effects of the other evening all the way yet or not? You're good?
I'm ready to go.
We back up?
Yeah, leg day and then Coonan day. That's what Fridays are.
Also, too, shout out to Spenny. Fulfilled his debts.
Yes.
The Birmingham Roast iced coffee. I will cross him off the list. If you haven't been to Roast, by the way, you need to.
Yep.
Fire.
The place slaps. But, Sean, that's what Spenny gets for believing in Indiana against Ohio State.
Can I also say this about Spenny? And Spenny, I've owed you this apology for a while because I want to go back to before Halloween, and you were talking about what you were going to do, and I was like, there's no way you're going to be in tomorrow. And Spenny looked at me dead serious. Do you remember this? Looked at me and he was like, I always answer the bell.
Yeah.
Period. Spenny?
He does.
You always answered the bell.
Yeah. I did it on Tuesday for the morning show because I had an extra special night on Monday.
Here I'm giving him some love, and now he's confessing he didn't
No,
answer the bell.
I was back for heavyweights. But I woke up at 10 and I was still drunk. So I was like, yeah, probably. I could have made it. I could have made it in. I won, but I was like, I probably shouldn't try right now.
Art Vandalay in the chat. And remember, you can subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Jump into that chat. Get your thoughts out there. And if you want to jump to the front line, use the super chat as well. Art Vandalay. Neil's street cred went way up with the cognac finish. Is that true, KG? Can you confirm?
You got some brownie points.
Okay, there you go.
KG,
Can
would
I
it
give a
surprise
special
you?
shout out
Yeah.
to all the obsessed Viking fans? Thank you for joining us today.
Right.
No, really, on a personal level, beyond Neil Rule, okay? Because now I'm lumped in with Neil Rule, and I'm fine. That's fine with me.
You're in too deep.
Yeah, I'm into. But I thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. You keep telling us about what you think will happen. We'll keep telling you about what is happening. It's a really cool place to be in. Congratulations, though. It was a nice season. There's no doubt about that. Way to go. I was one of the few guys that way back when I said, I think they're legitimate. Now, did I think this legitimate? No. But I didn't think you were going to do the obligatory Viking fall apart. And I said so on the air. But since you people, and yes, I just dropped a you people, since you people keep firing shots at me, now let's have the conversation. Here we are. You've been telling us what's going to happen all year. You've been wrong every step of the way. You're still looking up at the Lions. You're the ones that have to win the game on Sunday. The Lions beat you in your place. We're the number 1 seed. So thank you for tapping in. Appreciate you guys. You should be watching something of your own team, but Neil has owned your souls for so many months now. You have no choice but to watch this. So I want to welcome you. And safe travels to Detroit.
And Sean, we are definitely going to get into that in the first segment. It is a Nickel Package Friday. We'll get the usual rundown. We got a little we got some college football to tend to. I think the Final Four is set, and it's pretty much what it was going to be all the time anyway, through all the stuff and all the banter
We was hearing
and
a lot of
everything.
Georgia talk from this.
What's that?
We was hearing a lot of Georgia talk from this show. So.
Oh yeah, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah,
100% they didn't get it done. It is funny though, Sean. Like, and I'm seeing it in the chat here. Woodward Sports chat thread, some people kind of laughing at the SEC and stuff like that. It's wild to me, Sean. They have won 15 of the last 20 national championships, and all of a sudden they're dead and they're never coming back. Like, that's it?
Neil, I'm sorry. I figured this out a few years ago. I've said it many times. I've said it with you. I've said it on the radio and television shows. The insistence of taking the small and trying to make it speak for the large is fascinating to me. It is. It's like that. This has become a sports-wide phenomenon. I'm with you. Let's laugh at the SEC. Let's poke fun at the SEC. I would ask the Michigan fans, if we took J.J. McCarthy off your squad, how you might fare last year in the college football playoff. And I'm not saying that Carson Beck is J.J. McCarthy, but he is their starting quarterback. But with that all being said, let's pump the brakes a little bit. Pull back the reins a little bit on the SEC is dead conversation, shall we?
Texas is still in it.
And let's not forget, the SEC has put BTA to every single team in the playoff for the entire playoff era. Anytime you've seen Notre Dame step into the big stage, like, congrats, Notre Dame, you won your first playoff game. Woo! Every single time you've been in the playoff, you've lost by 20-plus points, and you've gotten absolutely blown out. So congratulations, you beat Georgia without a starting quarterback. That was not your great win. And you're lucky you played James Franklin in the next round, one of the biggest choke artists in NCAA football. It is astounding.
More on that later.
Y'all keep playing. He might
More
come out
on
and
that
get there.
later.
Yeah, I'm so pissed off somebody
More
has to
on
win
that
that game.
later.
Yes.
What was that,
I
Spenny?
said I'm so pissed off somebody has to win that game.
Y'all
Like
keep
Notre
fucking
Dame,
down.
Penn State.
Spenny, that was my point about this. Remember when we looked at the bracket and I said, oh my God, Penn State's going to be in the semis at a minimum.
Yeah.
At a minimum, they're in the semis. And I hate that. I hate that. And now everyone's going to say, well, he exercised the deal. My son came at me and he goes, what do you say about James Franklin now? SMU's top 10 in the nation. And I told him, I said, son, shut up.
Right.
Can we have some fun for a second?
Oh,
And
man.
what if it's Ryan Day versus James Franklin?
Ew.
And somebody's got to win.
Ew.
What if it's Ryan Day versus?
Then
by
Ryan
the
Day
way,
Somebody's got to win.
Then Ryan
Neil, let
Day
me
should
say
have
this
the
for the
easiest
record.
natty
You and I
ever.
have been on the same page about this since before the season started. Ryan Day is so many planes above James Franklin, okay? All right, but You know as well as I do that that is out there, that this is a guy that fails in the quote-unquote big games and everything. How unbelievable would that be? 2 Big Ten teams, not just 2 Big Ten teams, but Ryan Day and James Franklin.
Tell you what, Ryan, they better not lose that natty. I'll tell you that.
Oh, my goodness
He
gracious.
better not. You'll
Right?
never hear me shut up, Neil. Never for the rest of your days. I'm for real.
Somebody's got to, but KG, you understand, somebody's got to win that game.
I understand.
Like, they will play till somebody wins.
And
What do you
it
got,
better
Spenny?
be Ryan Day.
Dante 151 with the $10 super chat in the Woodward Sports chat. He says, "Hello, Neil and everyone else.
Hello.
Did you guys know that TJ Hawkinson is yet to score a receiving touchdown this year? Hey, Vikings, have fun with him and that contract. Your team overpaid him. LOL.
$17 million a year for TJ Hawkinson. 0 touchdowns.
But I was
Zero
told he was better than
touchdowns.
Laporta.
0 touchdowns. And oh, by the way, you paid to take him. Remember that. Never forget that. What did that draft pick turn into again? I can't remember off the top of my head. No. We'll get the research department on it. Remember that. They paid to take him, Sean. They paid to take him, then they paid him. And this goes back to everything I talk about, and it really washed over me when I was in Cleveland the week before Christmas. My hotel room was facing the Brown Stadium, and right when I looked out, there was Deshaun Watson on a big banner the size of the stadium.
It's incredible.
And I said, not only did they give him $250 million guaranteed that has hamstrung them forever, they gave an immense amount of draft capital for it.
Yep.
So remember that with the Vikings. While it's not the same degree, they gave away draft capital and they paid them for 0 touchdown catches this year. That is, again, another example, Vikings fans, and I know that you're in here because I saw you already. You're not like us because your GM gave us draft capital to pay that man $17 million a year to give you 0 touchdown catches.
Yeah, so it appears they gave us a 2023 second-round pick, which would have probably been Sam Laporta, and 2024 third-round pick, which is Giovanni Manu.
It was Hendon Hooker.
Oh, it's Hendon Hooker,
I just
sorry.
looked it up.
You looked it up?
Yeah.
So there it was.
And part of Broderick Martin. The other pick was
The
used
other
to
pick
trade.
was
Oh, yeah,
part that
yeah.
they used
Yeah.
for Broderick Martin. So there you go. And you know what else we didn't have to do? Give him $17 million a year.
Yeah.
So there you go, Vikings fans. That's a good primer. And Spenny, thanks for that, because that's a good springboard to take our first break and come back and get deep into this Lions-Vikings. And yes, we do have the nickel packages coming, everybody. We do. But we are getting into this Lions because it's time. It's time to put it out there on the table. It's time. And the closer we get to it, Sean, the better I feel about it. And I can't wait. I will be all over. We're 10 to noon, by the way. Live downtown. We're going to get the lay of the land. And then I'm going to meander out to Hayes Social. And I think I'm just going to hang out, Spenny. Spenny, I'm just going to hang out with y'all.
Hang out.
I'm just going to hang out.
It's gonna be a
That's
good time.
all.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
I'm just going to hang out. May have a drink or two.
I just
May
wanna talk.
relax. Talk to our cute little Vikings fan. Just
Sam Darnold.
look at how Justin Jefferson's all grown up.
Who's Daddy's big boy?
Let me tell you about Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
Jesus Christ.
Deliciously roasted specialty coffee dropped off right at your doorstep. Subscribe at SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order. Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Remember, support local and enjoy game day right with Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network, Woodward Sports. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule here for Woodward merch. That's right. Shop.woodwardsports.com. The very best in Detroit sports wearables. And we got a brand new football line in there. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey. We got it all. Get ready. You can still get the Boot 'em Kid shirt. Remember, there's an outside chance the Lions can play the Rams in the playoffs. Don't gamble. Just get the Boot 'em Kid shirt. Now, you know what? I want it to happen. There's a part of me that wants it to happen.
For the third time?
Shop.woodwardsports.com. All right, keeping it pushing. Lions, Vikings this Sunday. All the chips in the middle of the table. Bourbon Friday. Neil Rule, Sean Belizian in for D-Mac. We're squad deep in here. We got KG, Spencer, Young Justin, Chase is here. All of you in the chat, like Rando Smalls, a super chat, jump to the front of the line. We still, we still welcome all. You want to jump to the front of the line like Rando did, you can do that. Sean looks like the little gnome I kick over the neighbor's rock garden, the one in a Vikings uniform.
This is good, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I got to try it.
Which one did you pour?
Shout out Varchaz. This is their limited edition. They made a limited number of bottles. This is the single barrel Varchaz bourbon whiskey that was finished in cognac barrels. They don't want to see us work. They want to see us live. All right, cheers, everybody. I'm going to give it a spin here.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
isn't
rich.
it's a good
That's a nice finish.
good flavor. That's the warm the chest flavor.
Yeah,
It
This
really
is
is.
this is a good January bourbon.
Yeah, that's a
It's 1738 without the bullshit.
1730. Hey, what's up? Hello. All right.
Can we be honest for a second? I need to.
Yes.
Do you have friends? Do you know people, and maybe they're even coworkers? Okay, that are kind of fearing this game and dreading this game and all that.
They're everywhere. They're in this chat. There's some in this building.
Help me. I'm serious. Help me out.
Well, here, Owen Mullen in the super chat. Can someone explain to me the overhype of the Brian Flores and his average defense? Vikings fans talk about him like he's the best defensive mind in history. And guys, you know this, Sean. Let's just lay it all on the line right now and cut the shit, okay? The Lions are better. The Lions are better. Even with the injuries. Far better offensively. Far better at the cornerback spot. Are they better at the running back spot?
Yep.
Are they better on the offensive line?
Yep.
The receiver thing, you want to call it a push? People pushed back on me yesterday because I said I would take the Lions receiving core. I would, because I think Jamison Williams is a star.
I think I've been consistent with this. I think Justin Jefferson, in my mind, is the best receiver in the National Football League. Would I take our two over their two? Yes.
Okay.
I heard you say it yesterday, and I found myself going, yeah, I would. I would take those two. I would take St. Brown and Jamison over Addison and Jefferson. And this is even tip of the cap to Justin Jefferson. I really, truly believe he's the best receiver in football.
Yeah, he's nice.
No disrespect to Jamar Chase, by the way, but I think he's the best receiver in football.
And look, don't get me wrong. Like Vikings fans, all right, let's level with each other. I want this out there, Sean, too, because look, we just ripped through a whole bunch of units.
It's not going to work. You know that. I tried it 3 months ago.
But I'm going to do my due diligence.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to do my due diligence. To quote Kenny Loggins, Vikings fans, meet me halfway across the sky. All right, so here we go, Sean.
Over the top.
Bull Hurley. Shout out Bull Hurley. All right, Sean, listen. We just ripped through all the offensive units, right? Lions and all of them. Defensive units, right? Defensive line. Maybe the Vikings, maybe?
Yeah, no, yes.
Okay.
I give it to
That's
him.
fair.
I give it to him.
Cornerback spots with all the injuries? Maybe the Vikings?
Yeah.
Safety spot?
Nope.
No. Let's stop there.
Let's stop right
Yeah,
there.
let's,
You
we
see
need
what
to-
I'm driving
we need
at?
to pull
Special
back.
teams, punter, kicker.
Let's pull back there.
Yep.
You see where I'm driving at here?
Yeah.
Like let's just drop all the cards on the table. So with that being said, I'll level with you Vikings fans today. Here's what I want from both sides, Sean, before we get into this. Here's what I want from both sides. Number one, I don't want to hear the crying and the complaining that I'm already hearing from both sides before we even do this. We all know the stakes. Okay? Regardless of what happens, we all know the stakes. I don't want to hear the bitching and moaning about whoever loses this game's got to go on the road in the playoffs. Stop. Lions fans and Vikings fans. People in this building, people outside of this building, people in the chat. I don't want to hear it. We know what the rules of engagement are. We know what's on the line. You will not hear me cry about it.
Never once.
You will not hear me cry. If the Lions lost and they got to go on the road for the playoffs,
So be
hey,
it.
win your division.
Yep, so be it.
We know what's on the line going, oh, it's not fair. Don't care. Don't care on both sides. So, Sean, that's number one. I don't want to hear it, man.
Well, and let me follow that up with I am somebody, and KG, you were here. I forget what show it was, but I got a lot of pushback back in August because I said, honestly, I don't give a shit about the NFC North. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't care. The ultimate success, pass or fail, of this team is going to be defined in January and February. I said it then. I said it now. Now with a caveat. KG, with a caveat.
Yep.
You're here. You're at home. You have a chance to get the number 1 seed. Motherfucker, you better do it. You better do it. Now that it's here, now that we're in that moment, now you got to find a way. Fox 2, Spenny?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Fox
Motherfucker, you better find a way to do it. Okay? Now, should they lose the game, am I pissed off? Of course I am. I don't, because you were this close in the biggest regular season game in the history of this franchise. Let there be no mistake. This is legitimately the biggest game in the regular season for the Detroit Lions in their franchise history, and I won't deviate from that. But with that being said, Neil, I'm with you. I'm going to take my lumps. I'm going to have a 24-hour rule just in case, because I'm not going to completely dismiss the Vikings, and then I'm going to say, you know what? Now you have to do it the hard way. Now you have to do it like that Giant team that got in the last game of the year and then went and won the Super Bowl. If we are what we think we are, okay, and I think we are, I'm serious, then you know what? Go to LA, go to Tampa, go here, go there, do what you need to do. But now that we're here, KG, you're damn right I want to finish it.
Oh,
you're
you
damn
know
right I
that.
want to finish it.
You know that. And for a team that's, 8-0 on the road, which I've never seen the Lions ever do that. I have no worries. Like wherever the chips fall, they got to just go. We don't get to get out of Super Bowl or bust just based on whether we got the number 1 seed.
Amen.
That's it. And remember
Good
too,
call.
again, this is in the interest here. I'm leveling with everybody, including the cute little Vikings fans that are in the chat right now. And I see you in there. I see you. Jared Goff chokes in big games. You got Sam Darnold at quarterback. Let's just not forget that, everybody. Okay, all of that being said, nothing changes.
No.
The outcome of this game,
No.
regardless, nothing changes. The expectations don't change. And Spencer, you and I rocked with this since the beginning of the year. Through the injuries, through all of it, nothing changes. They don't cash the Super Bowl in.
It's failure.
Period.
Point blank.
Period. Because you got a window in this league, man. Now our window's a little bit wider, a little more open than most because of
looks
who
that
we got
way, yeah.
drafted and the setup and the structure of the team, and that is true. But with all that being said, hey man, we're not going to cry for you. The Chiefs, the year they lost to the Bucs, lost both of their starting tackles
Yeah.
before the Super Bowl and got cooked in the Super Bowl. But guess how they view that Super Bowl? Failure. They had a kick at the can. They didn't get it done.
Yep.
And that's it. That's an organization that's won many Super Bowls. So with all that being said, these are the waters we're in. And Vikings fan, I don't want to hear you guys cry about it either. Because when you got to go on the road, depending on what happens, maybe you got to go play the Rams where you lost already. You see what I'm saying? Like, no one's going to cry about it, Sean.
And
I'm
you
not.
know, this is where I think I have an issue with the Viking fan, because I think Viking fan picks and chooses what they hear. And Neil, you can get my back here. I said this 3 months ago. I think your coach is guilty of wizardry. I do. I mean, what he's been able to do, I give a huge tip of the cap. He's one of the best coaches in the league as far as I'm concerned. Because you know what? That roster really isn't all that. And you lost a starting quarterback, albeit a rookie, that I think a lot of people think is special and proved to a lot of people around here that he was special last year winning a national championship. So for you to be at this point right now, for you to be at 14-2 with Sam freaking Darnold as your quarterback, man, I mean, I give you props for that. But this is where the path is going to go in a different way. I'm talking about things that have happened. I know the Detroit Lions are number 1 in the NFC. How do I know that? Well, all I have to do is look at the standings. I know that the Vikings went to Minnesota and beat you. Your whole season up to this point has been predicated on what you think is going to happen, okay? Whereas we can sit back and say, I know what happened. We went into your place and we beat you, okay? Now, maybe Sunday night you can flip that. But until that, know your place. Like, know your place. Quit telling us about what you know is going to happen. And I think that's the issue with this. But, Neil, I'm 100% with you. I said it months ago. I've never deviated from it. I don't care. The Lions pass or fail in this season, as with all exceptional franchises, is what did you do in the Super Bowl? And if you didn't make it to the Super Bowl, you fell short, period. That's what last year did. It raised the bar. And I'm glad it raised the bar. We are not going to sit back and go, oh, was it? Oh, gosh, it was so great. We got to the NFC Championship again. Yeah, who cares that we lost to Philly? But, man, we're so lucky. No. That shit's all gone. It really is. It's all gone. This is about getting to the Super Bowl and seeing what you can do against Kansas City. Because as I sit here today, I said at the beginning of the year, Kansas City's going to the Super Bowl. Y'all better get yourself ready for it. Y'all better get yourself ready for it. You know it as well as I do, right?
He'll probably have another shot
What's
at it.
wrong
Nope.
with Kansas City was a conversation that we had for a couple months. I'm serious when I say this, and I'm not going down conspiracy theory road, but I kind of am. The NFL wants this.
Oh, you know it.
The
It's
NFL
what's
wants the
best for
Kansas
business.
City Chiefs. The NFL wants to put Patrick Mahomes right behind the shield, a la Jerry West. The NFL wants to say for years, the first team that won 3 Super Bowls in a row was Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. They are very desirous of this, and there's only one way to stop it, and that's by being the Detroit Lions and knocking them off in the Super Bowl. That's the only way to stop it, because nobody else is going to do it. If there's one team that's going to do it, I'm convinced, beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's the Detroit Lions.
No doubt. And we're going to see on Sunday night all the chips in the middle of the table. I can't wait for it. And Vikings fans, here we are.
Hi.
Here we are. Hi. But just remember this. We've never not been the boss. We've never not been the boss
whole
of this
time.
division. We've never not been the boss of this conference.
The whole time.
We've never not been the boss.
All
And we
day.
are your father.
All day.
We are your dad. That's right.
It's true. All
And
day.
look, sometimes dad's got to give you a spanking, and
My
you're
dad-
getting a spanking on Sunday
Listen,
night.
No,
if
not a
Daddy
spanking,
thinks you're
an
cute,
ass whooping.
look, I'm not saying you're not cute. You are cute. I would reach in my wallet and go, "Do you see a picture of my kid?" I would show a picture of you off. But right now, yeah, your daddy's a little boy.
And remember this, Vikings fans, this is going to hurt us far more than it hurts you to do this to you.
Is it?
Far more. But you need it. And we're going to give it to you.
It's not gonna hurt me. I'm gonna enjoy it. Like
just-
I'm
I
enjoying
just
this
gotta
whiskey.
Right. I'm an abusive father.
My old man was a cop, and my dad is one of the beatdowns is about to commence. I said, "You want to switch spots? You can never shut your mouth, can you? You get the mouth always." And so I ended up getting my ass kicked even worse because of my mouth. But yeah, don't drop that. This is gonna hurt. No, it's gonna hurt you very badly.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions fan 26 in the chat says it all. The Vikings suck. Hey, cute little schedule shell game you played. You know, hey, cute little shell game that you played with the schedule. There's nowhere to run now. There's nowhere to hide. Sam Darnold's got to do this on the road, and I can't wait for it. All right, here we go. Pre-game show, Lions Nickel Package, when we come back. Oh, by the way, pre-game show, myself and that guy over there. That's right. It all starts on Sunday, as every football Sunday has started. Woodward and Maine, Terry Foster, the legend, Matthew Broder, 8 to 9 a.m. with Woodward and Maine. They're going to be doing it. No good.
Oh, bang, bang, bang,
And one. What? The grill. Matthew Broder, Terry Foster, 8 to 9 a.m., Woodward and Maine. And then they step aside. Myself and Sean Belesian will be live downtown early, 10 a.m. to noon. But the tailgaters are already be out because Ford Field's going to be a pit on Sunday night. We'll give you the lay of the land with the New Holland Brewing Company pregame show brought to you by Sabbath Coffee Roasters and Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. If you want to drink all day, come on down and see us. They open up at 10 a.m.
We'll be doing it too.
Second best live at 42 Watson Street, couple blocks from LCA. Come get it in, everybody. And remember, it's all brought to you by New Holland Brewing Company. The Tallers will be flowing. We'll be getting it in, everybody. We'll see you Sunday. Nobody does football game days like Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
1800 Tequila, the official tequila of the live watch party and post-game show here on Woodward Sports. They are also a proud partner of the Detroit Lions. You see they got the cool Motor City muscle-themed jersey bottles right there. You can go and get one for yourself right now. 1800 Tequila, the smoothest tasted tequila. And as always, please drink responsibly.
All right, keeping it pushing here. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Sean Belesian. We got a full squad in the house. Bourbon Friday. Shout out Varchaz. The cognac finished. Single barrel is elite. The conversation is elite. And we're talking Lions, Vikings, and the chat right now filled up with the FTV in there. Woodward Sports chat thread, Aaron to the Stone. Oh my God, Neil, I just had an epiphany. Are those cute little Vikings the Penn State of the NFL? Great comp. Great comp. They are, as a matter of fact. More
on that later too. More on that later.
The sound's cutting in and out.
We are. Yeah, we're going to be doing it, everybody. It is a nickel package Friday, and let's get into it. Lions nickel package, Spenny, shall we?
Yeah. First question of the Lions nickel package: would you put your mortgage on a Kirby Joseph interception?
I don't see why you wouldn't, because then you can buy 2 houses. Right, Sean?
If this game goes the way that we think it will, and I honestly, I believe that Minnesota's going to have to play a little catch-up, then that means that Sam Darnold's going to have to air it out more and take more chances down the field, and that allows our guy to do what he does. So, mortgage?
Yes. You get two houses
Sure,
there.
why not? Why not?
No,
I'm in.
Sam Darnold is going to throw the football to the Lions in this game.
He's going to have to, absolutely. If this game goes the way that I think, and I really, truly believe they're going to have to play catch-up in this game, then, yeah, I like my chances of a Kirby interception.
He is going to throw the football to the Lions at some point, maybe multiple times.
Yep.
Maybe multiple times in the game. Second down.
How important would an Anzalone return be?
I don't know about, and Sean, look, you can say, schematically and where does he fit and all that kind of stuff. I'll tell you why it's important. Those opening intros, the roof blows off that stadium because Anzo's back and the flowing blonde hair and all of it. And Terry Foster always said it, you need a white linebacker with long blonde hair if you want to be a great franchise. He'll be back. And Sean, I just think the lift that it gives to the fans, the stadium, the team, all of it.
It's the boost. It really, again, does this fix everything that ails this defense? More on that coming in this very nickel package. No. Is it a boost that we need both emotionally and on the field? Yes.
I like
Absolutely.
the ability to guard the outside run. Personally, I think Anzalone is elite at that, and that's what this defense is missing. And Aaron Jones is the best when he is being able to run off tackle, and I think that would be huge if we have Alex Anzalone back.
Fair point. Third down.
Third question of the Lions nickel package. What do you need from Terrion Arnold?
The same thing I've always needed from Terrion Arnold.
Do his job. That's it.
Just continue to do what you've done. Continue to progress the way he's progressed. Like, it was the cutest thing about all the Vikings fans were, when they came in there and they were calling Terrion Arnold a bust and stuff like that. Terrion Arnold has been exactly by the script. Exactly by the script. And we said this, Sean. I said this in August when they asked the same question. Spenny asked me the same question. What do you need from Terrion Arnold? I need Terrion Arnold to be better in October than he was in September.
Yep.
Then better in November than he was in October. Then better than December than he was in November. Then better in January than he was in December. Better in February than he was in January. I've seen nothing to suggest that he hasn't improved every stop of the way.
You stole my thunder, and I think especially Neil after he opened his mouth, and I'm not adverse to it, by the way. I don't think there's a problem with it. I want to set that record straight. But now you absolutely have to be part of the solution as opposed to part of the problem. Now that the onus is on you now. Okay, you said what you said. I'm not arguing with what he said. To me, a lot of times when people get offended at something you say, a lot of times it's a them problem as opposed to a you problem.
Yeah.
I'm not even arguing with what he said, but you chose to open your trap. Okay, now you got to back it up. Be part of the solution. Show everybody you were right about what you were jabbing about, and go out there and do what you need to do.
No, and that's it. In the chat right now, Ronnie goated. He's just a wannabe sauce. Like, I don't get that vibe from him.
Not at all.
He's just a guy that likes warm weather like me, like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. He is hilarious, by the way, on Instagram.
Yeah.
No,
He's getting gas in like the snowstorm.
Yeah.
And he's like, I love being here, but
You're right. But I don't blame him at all.
wrong with
I live
that.
here and I hate this shit. So.
Especially, you guys, listen, as you get a little older, okay?
you hate it more. Yeah.
You
Yes.
hate it more
Yes.
every damn year. It's reality. I'm not going to lie, Neil. I called the wife this morning, like 5 minutes into my drive, and I was like, January had to remind everybody how it's the worst month in the history of months this morning. And and on my drive in. And so I'm with you there, Mr. Arnold. I'm with you there all day.
Hey, real quick before you guys go to the next down, if you're having audio issues, just refresh your streams. It appears to have worked for other people in the chat, so bear with us. It's not on us, so just bear with us.
JT Olson in the chat. Sup, nerds? Today is nerdy. No doubt about
Sean, by the time that I'm your age, we might not even have a winner. So
it. Hey, I wait for that.
There we go. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Justin.
Yeah, wow. What a dick.
Wow.
All right, fourth
I'm
down.
only 68.
Fourth down, fourth question of the Lions nickel package. The Bears don't want Ben Johnson?
I saw this in the chat. Like, what? I must have missed this. What happened?
Apparently, Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson, if Ryan Poles is still there, Ben Johnson won't be.
Yep.
yeah, because he thinks Ben Johnson's gonna push him out.
Exactly. He wants
Well,
a new
Ryan
GM.
Poles won't be there.
Why
That's
would
the
he be there?
You see?
I'm not
mean,
trying to be funny.
They kept him. They could easily fire him with Matt Eberflus. What's the difference in a few games?
He's living on that lucky trade with Carolina.
Is it lucky?
I mean,
Or is it
What
Carolina?
do you do with it?
nothing.
Thank you.
Yeah, the guy he brought in's walking off the field mid-play.
True. He's been their leading receiver since he's got there, though. But I feel you. He ain't really done nothing to help.
Well, no, because the Carolina trade was the number one pick.
No, they gave Chicago two first rounders,
Correct.
and he's done nothing.
Well, you got Caleb Williams.
There you go.
130 feet
You're so damn
of passing.
You're so damn good. You don't even know it. That's the best part.
He knows it.
No, you don't. You think you do, but you don't.
130 feet of passing. All right, last one.
All right, final question of the Detroit Lions nickel package. Is this defense enough to win the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Can I tell you why?
Are
no?
you saying the Lions aren't winning the Super Bowl,
No.
Sean?
Can I tell you why? No. If you bring back even 55% Aiden Hutchinson, I'm huge. I think you need to be as close to 100% to stop the train that is, let's put Patrick Mahomes on a pedestal that nobody else has been on. And at least I've been consistent with this. You guys, I've said this to you guys since August. My biggest fear is Kansas City and the desire of the National Football League to put this franchise on a pedestal that no other team has been on. That's my greatest fear. So if we are in realistic territory of Aiden Hutchinson coming back Super Bowl week, and all I can do is take him at his word. If he comes back and he's even 55%, okay, let's have that conversation then. But right now, this, especially with the lack of putting pressure on a guy like Patrick Mahomes, the one thing I can tell you definitively is I watched Patrick Mahomes lose a Super Bowl, and everybody else saw the same thing. And how did he lose? They made his life miserable. They made his life miserable. When you go back to that Super Bowl, it's just like Tom Brady losing that Super Bowl to the New York Giants. The Giants got healthy at the right time. They made his life miserable. If they can't make his life miserable, and Aiden Hutchinson is a huge factor in that. I'm just answering the question as you. Who asked it? Was it Spenny?
Spenny, yeah.
I'm answering the question as you asked it.
All right, Sean.
This defense, I don't think so. If you add Aiden Hutchinson to this defense, then we have a conversation.
Let me give you the Penn State explanation as to why. They're good enough to. They're the favorite to win the NFC, right?
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
And you vibe with that.
Oh, 100%.
You expect them to win the NFC.
I do.
Then we're in, and we don't have to play. We don't have to play Mahomes, Allen, and Lamar. There can only be one.
Yeah.
And I will take my chances with Patrick Mahomes. They're not the same, and I don't mean they're not the same as in they don't win games. I don't mean it like that. I'm talking about the dynamic Chiefs offense is not the same as it has been.
I don't think it is. No, I don't think it is.
And because of that, look, the run game is an angle for the Chiefs offense now. I will still take our run defense. You know what I'm saying? Like the component, when you start slicing it up, I think that the components of it are still enough to win a game. A game.
I think what the Chiefs have done is they've kind of, Neil, this is a reference that you will understand. They've kind of gone Chauncey Billups and let's flip the switch.
If it ain't rough, it ain't right.
No, right. They flipped the switch. All of a sudden, Kansas City has looked more Kansas City the last couple weeks. Okay? They're getting down to the nitty-gritty and their money time. Because if we're going to sit here and talk about all these things, like, all right, our ultimate success and failure is based on what happens in January and February, Kansas City can pinch our cheeks just like we're pinching the Vikings' cheeks.
And that's fair.
Aren't you adorable? Our moment is that Sunday in February. So because of that, I think you're starting to see them look more like the Chiefs the last couple of weeks, if you guys have been paying attention. Now, again, let me stress this for the people out there that are already cursing my name. You give me even back a 3/5 Aiden Hutchinson, and I'm going to rethink that. But right now, today, this defense, no, absolutely not. No.
Any response to that, KG?
No, we just gonna leave that one.
Okay.
We're gonna leave it alone.
I just want to throw in one thing.
Sean, you could be saying you're looking for a 3/5 compromise.
You know what?
I was trying to let it go. I was trying to let it go.
Damn it!
I was trying to let it go.
So if Aiden
KG,
Hutchinson,
I owe you an apology. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
So if
I'll make you
apology
some
needed.
barbecue, I promise.
Yeah.
But I don't want you
you're
to
gonna make
come
a
over on
barbecue.
Sunday, okay?
What, you gonna make a fried chicken too?
It's gonna be watermelon there.
so you're saying if Hutch was
I'll
three,
make you anything you want. How's that?
if Hutch
It doesn't
were
have to be barbecue.
I was trying to avoid it, shot.
if Hutch were 3/5 of
I
a man,
sniped the
I was
bourbon.
trying not to.
You got me and one there.
I sniped the bourbon. Damn it!
Sprayed up on me too.
good
That
thing
was
we
the
got
best
more.
part.
Real quick, Justin, because we're way late for the
Just
break.
the only team that's beaten the Chiefs in the playoffs is the Bengals, and who was their defensive tackle when they beat the Chiefs? DJ Reader.
DJ Reader, there you go. Chuck Brewer in the chat. Deshaun live in Howell. Have you moved to Howell?
Jeez,
man. Jeez. Allegedly, Howell has changed. Allegedly.
Bourbon Friday stays elite.
Dude, it's the best show. It's the best show in Detroit sports. I don't care what. I'll put a Bourbon Friday up against any show in Detroit sports.
KG, I don't want you over my house next week.
Damn.
I don't want you. How's
It's
that?
like that.
Now I said it. There.
Damn,
I don't want you at my
I'm
house
trying
next
to
week.
avoid it, man.
So now Sean wants the Lions to lose.
Yeah, Spenny. Tell them about getting a haircut at a place where all are welcome.
Everyone
Yes,
is welcome
everyone
to get a
is
haircut
accepted.
at Lady
They have
Jane's.
black stylists here, too.
Lady Jane's, they take the chore out of getting a haircut. Our talented stylist, white or black, will deliver an industry-leading haircut, relaxing scalp massage, neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for
Times
men.
were different.
Wicked awesome.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Neil Rule here for Caesar Sportsbook, everybody. Everybody's welcome to use promo code Woodward1000. Scan the QR code on the screen. Sign up, make your first deposit, make your first bet. And if your first bet loses, you'll get it back as a bonus bet. It's almost like a free roll. Vikings fans, if you're in Michigan, like if you're watching right now in the UP, you can do this with Caesar Sportsbook. You can bet on the Vikings, and when they lose, you'll get your bet back. It's great for you. There you go. Caesar Sportsbook, one of the OGs in the sports betting game. You know the app is clean. You know the app is smooth. It's not glitchy. The process is easy. Guys, you can be up and running in like 5 minutes with Caesar's Sportsbook. Scan the QR code on the screen. Promo code Woodward1000, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Look at this over here in the sound.
Kumbaya,
Harmony, everybody. Harmony, KG.
This is what it's all about, man.
This is affirmative action. Is what this is.
And Sean with his friend.
Back
I
at
have
it.
a friend.
Yeah, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Sean Belizian, no, not David Duke here with us today in for D-Mac. We got KG, we got Spencer Raxter, Young Justin. We're just having some fun, man. Chase is here in the building as well. In the chat, Stephen Palmer Music Studio. Love the UP. Got like 20 family members there. Yes, you can. You can do it up there in the UP. We forget that. That's part of Michigan, everybody. Caesar Sportsbook still claps up there as well. So, yes. Weezy D313, don't read the comments, Neil. They about to be the fool. No,
I
know.
already did. I was in there. He's got it up. My God.
No more David Duke resets, everybody, okay? God, this is
Everybody,
fun.
I'm okay. It's okay. I see the concern in the chat. I'm okay.
60%.
3/5. One Pride 26 watching from Sault Ste. Marie. Shout out to the Greyhounds.
Shout out. Absolutely.
People forget Wayne Gretzky played there.
I used to love going up there. Boy, that was a fun time, and I love the UP. For many reasons. There's probably a joke there.
Why do you love the UP?
I wasn't going to say
keep
it.
having fun, you go ahead and you keep having your fun. But no, you know what's funny, Neil? So I was up there, I was up there in the third week of November. And I don't know if I told you this. We were driving between Marquette and Houghton. And I don't think people understand here, unless you've spent some time up there, Packer Nation is huge up there. It is huge. And they had in Michigan, in the state of Michigan, just west of Marquette, if the Packers score 3 touchdowns, I forget what the exact thing was, but it was a giant billboard on the outside of the road. If the Packers score 3 touchdowns, you get a large fry. I'm like, this is so very wrong. Now, the pocket of Viking fans up there is much smaller, but it does exist. But I don't think people understand the western side of the UP, and you could ask Tom Izzo this. It is way Packer fan. It really is. There are a ton of Packer fans up there.
All right, can we let's shift the gears. Red Wings 5-on-3, real quick. We got to touch on the Wings. Sean, you're here, so I do want your impression. So let's do that then. Let's jump on the ice for a minute.
Yes.
All right, first question
Big win
of
last
the
night.
Red Wings 5-on-3. How impressed are you with the Todd Fathers start?
Sean, I'll spin that into a question to you too. Why is there always a dead cat bounce with new coaches in the NHL? Like, it's almost like a strategy now. Fire your coach and then boom, you take off. He's won 3 of 4. I'll ask you because you're the hockey mind. I'm just a hockey fan. What's different? Why is it different?
They had to make this change. I think if you remember, Neil, I texted you guys. I was watching that game Saturday night, the game in Montreal, and they were done. It was over. The spark wasn't there. We had talked about it a few weeks before. I mean, when the captain of your team comes out and says, it was nice to get that spark from Sebi. I wish that spark kind of stuck around. I think that tells you all you need to know. It's a spark. It's nice. There's no doubt about that. But again, I caution people. This goes back to what we were talking about just a few minutes ago. And no, not the 3/5 compromise. This goes back to talking about don't make the small speak for the large. This is nice. It's a good start. But if you dig a little deeper, and I think you look at the schedule the next really about 3 weeks, we're going to find out all we need to know about the Red Wings in the next 3 weeks. When you take a look at this schedule is a bear the next 3 weeks. Yes, you've got a San Jose tucked nicely in there. Yes, you've got a Chicago tucked nicely in there. But I think we're going to find out all we need to know. What we are seeing in real time is what I think we all kind of got to the point of is was this all Coach Lalonde's fault? No. But he wasn't part of the solution either. And I think that's what we're living right now.
Real quick, Spenny, I lean to you because what a lot of people don't know about you, you are hockey elite.
I do love
in
hockey.
disguise. You are hockey elite. You tap into every game. I always get a text from you on like a random Blackhawks Wings game, always. What is different on the ice? What's different, Spenny?
It's what I expected when you bring in a guy like Todd McClellan is the vets are going to play better. We're seeing Sherratt play better. We're seeing Patrick Kane play better. Because they respect him. Because they're going to listen to him. Because he has a track record of being a good head coach in the NHL.
And he's a red ass?
And he's an ass.
Yes.
100%. And he sat down to him. He said, "Play fucking hockey. Go out there and play hockey." You're seeing Patrick Kane battle in front of the puck, or in front of the net for loose pucks.
Yes, that's the biggest point.
You're
Thank you,
seeing
Spenny.
Joe Veleno go up to that first line, battle behind the net for pucks. Like this team is better because the veterans are. When you got an old ass team like you do, you can't have a guy who's not an established head coach try to lead them. They're not going to listen to him. These guys are listening to Todd McClellan. They're battling for pucks and they're playing better.
In the chat, Brandon McCullough, Neil, what's the best Varchez? This cognac one is.
This cognac is no doubt.
I'll take this one.
It's high level.
I really will. I'll take this one.
It's high level,
Can
guys.
I go next step? I'm going to evoke a name that I know nobody wants to hear, and Lord knows he wasn't exactly a player's coach. But one of the smart things that Mike Babcock did, and let's not forget that Coach McClellan was on his staff, toughness is a choice.
Yes.
I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah, you don't need momentum for it. Yeah.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
There's nothing,
That's a great line.
There's nothing I can do to convince you. You're either going to go in the corner and win that battle, or you're not. I can't coach you up. And I think he comes from that old school mentality of you guys have been doing this your whole life. Gosh damn it, go out and do it. And I think a lot of times you need to be reminded of things like that. It is a choice. I might not be able to whoop you, okay? But that doesn't mean that I can't go in there and compete.
All right.
And I'm going to go in there and give you everything that I have and try to win the battle.
And shout out my boy Johnny Burgers.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
That is your guy.
Huge
All right.
move of Burgers. I'll keep it quick. I know you want to go to the next down, but the balance of the lines that Todd McClellan has brought is completely different than the line.
So it's just simply line shifting.
Yes. He actually knew
It
how
can't
to
be
balance.
that simple.
It
but
is
it
that.
is.
It literally is that simple. And the
Wild.
biggest evidence is Kopp Kane, and DeBrincat. Kopp was playing awful, but now he's in a role where he has to win faceoffs, play defense, and forecheck, and let Cat and Kane just play offense, and that has been so successful for them and has been why they've gone on this 3-game win.
And the same thing with a guy like bringing Joe Valeno up to play with Larkin and Raymond. Like, all he's got to do is be a fucking asshole out there, be gritty, get the puck, forecheck, back check, put people into the boards, attack the puck behind the net, and he's doing that. And, what do you know? Joe Valeno in the corner battling with the guy, kicks it out behind him. Raymond's right there for the clapper. Like, it makes those guys' jobs easier when you say, okay, you don't need to be everything on this line. You don't need to do everything on this line. We need you to do one thing and go out there and be an ass on the ice, and that's what he's doing.
Exactly. All right, in the chat, real quick. I know that Mike G, Sean Belizean has immense respect for PK Subban and Anson Carter. Immense respect. Next. All right.
PK Subban was one of the most exciting players I've ever seen.
Don't come with that. No.
You don't need to go extra, Sean. I already had your back.
I'm going to go back in my way back time machine when the Habs made that crazy run in 2014 to the Eastern Conference Finals. That goal that he scored as a penalty was expiring against the Boston Bruins in the playoffs, and then he started shushing the fans. Like, come on. And you remember what he said before Game 7? You're going into Boston. You're going into Boston Garden. And PK Subban, they put a mic in front of him. He goes, I can't wait to go in there and just take the soul from the Bruins and take every soul in that building. You're an assassin. And then you go out and back it up? Oh, my gosh. Are you kidding me? He can come over my house for any meal he wants as well. Notice I didn't say those 3 letters. I'm not doing it. You're not catching me today.
All right, let's rapid fire. Get
All
through
right,
them.
next question of the Red Wings 5-on-3. ASP continues to eat in World Juniors. What do you expect of him next year?
Sean, I'll defer to you because I know you've been locked in.
He's looked really, really good. I would caution people not to put the cart in front of the horse, Justin. Right, just yet. I think taking this next step is huge. But I would remind people all the things that we were saying about Mo Seider 2 years ago, we're still saying them. It takes time. There's no two. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen, okay? But I think if you want to put a guy on a pedestal just yet, let's hold
Is he
back
Nick
the reins a
Lidstrom year
little
one?
No, he's not Nick Lidstrom year one.
Bullshit,
But
you said he was.
I believe he is a generational talent. I have only
Better than Mo Seider.
Yes. I put a tweet out like a week ago, and I was like, I firmly believe ASP will be the best defenseman on this team. I think that he is generational. There's only one other time where I felt this way about a player. It was Quinn Hughes when I went to go watch him, Penn State, Michigan, Big Ten semifinal, and I know that is a high ceiling to place on him, but I legitimately feel like I am right. I believe in ASP. He has every intangible you could look for a 5-tooled offensive defenseman. I will put the cart in front of the horse because I believe he is generational, and that is my opinion.
Third round.
I said he was Makarish, and I was called a madman. Makarish!
I was called a madman as well.
Can I say this? If there's one thing that I would say is I would like to get to see him in some kind of weight training thing.
Which they will.
I'm not sure his body at this point in time can withstand the rigors of an 82-game schedule, and God forbid, a playoff run. That's
Nick
what I would say.
Lidstrom loading.
That's
as soon as he gets here.
That's
All
fair.
right.
Quinn Hughes did get hurt his first year as well, though.
Third down, third question of the nickel package.
Gotta cook.
Johnny Burgers has a sniper. Why has he not been on this team all year?
Spanny, you've been clamoring for it, brother.
Every time he comes to the Red Wings, he scores goals. Every time he plays in the NHL, he scores goals. That's all he does.
Sean, is it time to cut the shit and just influx it?
I think so. I do. At this point in time, absolutely. If you're going to take your lumps, take your lumps
And Sean,
anyway.
low key, I would do it because then I have an explanation for the season.
Exactly.
Take your lumps anyway. You know, and a lot of times it can go in one of two directions. And I think you saw the long and arduous process for the Ottawa Senators. And guess what? All of a sudden right now, if the season ended today, the Senators are a playoff team. I look at what the Habs have done in the past month. I think people have been waiting for this for 2 years. they're dangerous. They could go play with anybody right now. And I'm very serious when I say that. I think we saw that in that home-and-home series just a few weeks ago. So if it were my way, absolutely. I would sink or swim with the young players, no doubt.
Fourth down.
Fourth question. What is the ceiling for Mo and Simon?
It's got to be high because he's got the contract. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a yin to the yang here with this, Sean, because like the Mo Sider thing, you're paid that way now. So all like you're a young player, all that kind of stuff, man. He better be. It better be a high ceiling, right? Like it better be.
No, that you got that money. I mean that's key. I love what Coach McClellan said because you know what? It made me sound smart. As good as he is, and he is, all right. We haven't seen what we were told we were going to see. Trademark Neil Rule. Now I was told.
Was I lied to?
I was told 2 years ago that this guy was a future Norris winner. You guys can lie if you want. You can say nobody said that. You can say that nobody put the cart in front of the horse. If you want, you can lie. But we know the truth. That wasn't what was said. And so at this point in time, to me, when I heard Coach McClellan come out and say, as good as he is, there's more there. Yes. I think this guy can even be better. Norris Trophy winner, boy, that's high praise. It really is. One of the best defensemen in the National Hockey League. Yeah, I don't have any problem saying that. I think there's a top tier. When you're talking about Norris Trophy, you're talking about the top 3. Top 10, top 15? Why the fuck not?
Woodward Sports chat thread, the super chat from Dante151. Shout out to Tyler Mott for being a dog last night for the Red Wings.
Yep.
From St. Clair, Michigan. That pass for the game winner was sick.
Yeah, the Sherratt hit and then the Mott pass forward to Berggren right out of the box. It was beautiful.
Got a lucky break. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
All right, we got to bail.
This team was overdue for a lucky break.
Yeah, and finally, the vets are humming. Is it because of Todd?
Yes.
Yes. That's it.
You
No
guys
doubt.
tell me it is.
Yes.
I believe it.
No doubt.
I believe it. So there we go. That was it. Where are we at, Spenny?
Tell us about second best.
Second best, everybody. We'll be there Sunday morning, as a matter of fact, at 10 a.m. for the Woodward Sports pregame show. And guess what? I think I'm going to the Wing Sharks game. You know where I'm going to pregame it at? Second best, 42 Watson Street, couple blocks away from LCA. If you're going to a game, Pistons, Red Wings, in the springtime or summertime, Tigers, you got a concert, Fox Theater, wherever, it needs to be in your rotation, everybody. Great spot, great food, great drinks, great vibes as well. So that is where we're at. That is what we're doing on Sunday. Roll on out there. Second best, come get some.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Neil Rule here for New Holland Brewing, local Michigan company, west side of the state. They make taller, by the way, the Dutch long drink. How do they do it? Well, they take their New Holland small batch gin, they mix it with the grapefruit puree, and magic happens in those little Argyle cans. Sean and I, we destroy them on Sundays. We will when we're down at second best, as a matter of fact. It is my favorite drink in the drink game. I put it right up there with bourbon. That's how I roll. It's either bourbon or it's taller. That's it. That's all, everybody. A lot of you have reached out to me, said you tried them. You're like, damn, Neil, you were right. The rest of you that haven't, do it. Total Wine, Meyer, wherever you get your drinks. Taller from New Holland Brewing Company.
Neil, can I bring something up? You and I
can.
have a funny relationship that I don't think people know. A lot of times we don't send each other texts, we send each other pictures.
Yes.
It's like true story. So like Neil, I sent you a picture. Like it was a Christmas Eve miracle. I had jumped all around looking for New Holland. And I went to Total Wine there at 8 Mile in, I don't know, what is it, Haggerty? Yeah, go ahead, insert your jokes. 8 Haggerty. Okay, but I went to Total Wine and I got like a couple of them. And so I had to send you
It was
a picture.
magical.
Yeah, it was. I'm sitting there drinking it, and I looked at my son because he had never had it before, and I'm like, how good is this? And he was like, Dad, this is one of the best drinks I ever had. And I was like, oh, I know what I'll do. It's Christmas Eve, and I have 700 people at my house, but I need to send a picture of New Holland to my buddy Neil Rule. And
That's our relationship.
True, that's our relationship. We send each other pictures.
So there it is. No, it is elite. In the chat, by the way, right now. Left it short, of course.
Yep.
Left it short, of course. Alex in the chat. I'm going to try taller today. Alex, smart move.
Dude,
It's very
love
good.
it.
Report
Honestly.
back.
Truly,
Alex,
it's very good.
on Monday, report back
Like,
and
this
tell
is
me.
not, we are not being shills.
No.
It really is
No,
that
this-
good.
when
It
we
is-
fire.
It
when-
is that good.
When me and Easy do the pregame shows at Second Best, I keep buying them after the cameras are on.
Right.
Like when we're watching the games, I'm still buying taller. Like
Right.
they are legitimately very good.
Same with Tangerine Space Machine.
Yeah, the
That
Tangerine
is
Space
slap,
Machine
man.
is a great beer.
Well, there was like a 6-pack in the studio when the Lions played the Bears, and I don't know what happened. It just magically
They got
disappeared.
attacked.
Yep.
I have no idea what happened.
Ja'Cory Cook in the chat. Taller is so good.
It is.
So there you go.
At
Alex
the
Thomas.
last watch party, they ran out of Tangerine Space Machine.
Yeah.
And like me and KG were both like, what?
Mad
Like
as hell.
that's what we were drinking, the drink of choice.
Alex Thomas. I'll report back, fellas. Please do. Please do,
Let
as a
us
matter
know,
of fact.
for real.
Rando Smalls. I had Soroki's on New Year's Eve. I loved it.
Soroki's is really
Those
good too,
wings,
man.
That's the
It's
that's the food equivalent.
It's just good chicken. Like
It is,
really
it
is.
is.
I
Yeah.
swear, bro. Even
Yeah.
the next day.
The
like,
wings are crazy.
They are tremendous. He got me hooked on that spicy garlic, dude. That was
Yeah,
that was
Oh yeah, the
good.
spicy. They haven't brought it to the last couple watch parties. It's been a little bump.
Yeah.
Even leftover is
change
good.
it.
That's how you know it's good chicken. You heat it up in the microwave next day, it's still just
Yep.
as good as
Yeah.
the night
All
before.
right, Spenny, you want to do this? You want to cut to the break so we can get back on the clock and
Yeah,
then do
we
the
can do
NFL
that.
nickel package? Is that fair?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Sorry, guys. We got to do this. This happens on Bourbon Fridays because we could do a 5-hour show on Bourbon Friday.
Yes.
Don't tell management.
It's extremely easy.
Yeah, don't tell management,
Yeah, no,
but we
I
could.
got-
Armani and Networks ain't here today. Fuck, why not?
Oh, they're not. That's
Listen,
new.
Yeah,
listen, I gotta hit the gym.
let's just run
All
through it.
I got the gym I gotta hit.
Spenny, can we do
go chasing there.
Donald Brashear or George LaRock? Who do you like to win in a fight?
313.
Can we do that? 248-848.
Let me tell you
Who's your
about Mark
favorite
White.
black enforcer?
Right.
313.
Let me tell you about Mark White. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, Mark White should be your first choice because he
Getting
can
out of
save
hand. I'm
you
finna go
up
on
to
strike. I'm
$5
finna go on
grand
strike.
on your closing costs. $5
cool.
grand on your closing costs with Mark White. Just visit him at markwhitesells.com or call him at 248-290-8242. markwhitesells.com. Mark White should be your first choice if you're looking to buy or sell your home.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule here from FeldmanAuto.com. There's 18 Feldman Automotive dealerships in and around the Metro Detroit area. They've been in the game since 1996. They do great charity work in the community with the Children's Miracle Network hospitals as well. And all the brands are represented. If you don't want just a Chevy, at Feldman Chevrolet and Novi, because they are Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer and the nation's #1 EV dealer as well.
Snowflake.
All right, there we go. I just wanted it. If you want a Ford, if you want a Kia, it does not matter. FeldmanAuto.com is the play. You can start the buying process online. And, guys, I'm telling you, I got my keys in an hour and a half. That's how long it took. So if time's a thing with you, which it is for all of us, FeldmanAuto.com, that's your first step if you want a car. All right, we're back at it. Big D Energy. We tried to get this one back on the clock because this happens every Friday. Neil Rule, Sean Belizean in for D-Mac. KG, Young Justin, Chase, Spencer Raxter. That's the infield, third to first. And we're happy to have you all with Alex Thomas. I love this channel. No, Friday shows are elite.
Yeah, we love you, Alex Thomas.
Right.
Thank you.
And he's not just saying that because you're black. He loves you.
I can't speak to that. I don't know his intentions.
We don't know Sean's intentions, but
Ryan R, by the way, F the Vikings, F the Vikings, F the Vikings.
All day.
No doubt. Tap into the pregame. I'm going to be on one Sunday morning. All Sunday, I'm going to be on one. Just so you guys know.
Oh, I already know.
I'm going to matriculate to the watch party.
Once you said you was coming to the watch party, I'm like, oh, yeah, it's
why
going
don't
down.
you, all you little Viking fans, why don't you matriculate your way down? We'd love to see you. I would love to see you.
Put you on camera. Why not?
No, seriously, come on down. I'd love to see you down there. Let's see if you talk the shit that you talk.
Pinch your
Let's
little
go.
cheeks.
I'm ready.
AC, we shall overcome.
You damn right. One day, one of these days, we will.
All right, guys, the NFL nickel package. Let's go into it. Let's take a look around the NFL.
All right, first question of the NFL nickel package. Will this be Aaron Rodgers' last game in the NFL?
God, I hope
Yes.
not. I hope not,
Yes.
though. I need Aaron Rodgers back. I need the Sam Flannels of the world to buy in yet again. Because they always do.
If you're an NFL franchise, why he's radioactive at this point? Why
That's
would you
exactly.
want
You
him?
nailed it. I can't
Why would
imagine
you
him
want
coming
him?
back. I can't. I think. Okay. Can we?
What's the Jets' alternative?
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Can we look at his year? Let's look at his year. Do you know what this year is? It's not an Aaron Rodgers year. Is it an awful year? Like, look at his numbers. Is it awful? It's not awful. He is, I agree with you, KG.
He's a regular quarterback.
He's a regular quarterback who
Regular-ass
happens to be
quarterback.
toxic. You can't, no way. At 41 years old, with his number, no way. You're just going to have to bite the bullet and move on.
And every year it's the same routine with him. He's teasing retirement now. You saw that the other day after he said 3 weeks previous that he would like to remain a Jet. Like he's trying to make the bed that, oh, if they let me go, then it's on them. Like
Yeah.
it's just,
Sean.
I'm sick of it.
I've
Sean.
had more fun in my last 2 years than I've had in my whole career.
Sean.
like,
Fuck
come
off.
get
Like,
out of there
stop
with that.
it.
Sean, what choice do they have? A $49 million dead cap
Rebuild.
number next year. And then a $35 million dead cap the next year.
Do you think anybody would trade for Aaron Rodgers?
No.
No way.
You don't think the Raiders would get
No.
Not
desperate?
even the
But
Raiders.
I don't care who it is. I need someone to trade for.
I
need
need
it.
somebody to trade.
I
It's like
need-
gonna
But
go to
you
the
know
Vikings.
as well as they're going to cut bait. They're just going to say,
Yeah, if they
we're
smart.
going to suck for
Sean.
a couple of years. Let's take our lumps.
$84 million in dead cap. And what's your alternative?
You can't bring him.
What's your
not fine.
alternative?
It's the Mike
Tyrod
Singletary.
Taylor?
I would pick Tyrod Taylor.
I would
Tyrod
too.
Taylor
Absolutely.
would be
How's that,
best.
KJ?
Yes.
KG? I would pick Tyrod
No,
Taylor.
it's too late, Sean. It's too late. But no, it's the Mike Singletary. I can't win with him. I can't win.
He's trying so hard right now.
No,
Remember,
he is.
remember
Give him
Tyrod
credit.
Taylor beat Justin Herbert as the starter out of camp before his doctors literally stabbed him in the lung with a needle.
Yeah, that's true.
I love
That was
this.
crazy.
I love this because the Jets are going to get what they deserve.
Yep.
If you get rid of them, it's $84 million in dead cap. I'm telling you, if I were the Jets,
They in the gutter anyway. Start over. You got tradable assets.
I would
nailed it.
trade Sauce. I would trade
yeah, you
Garrett
got
Wilson.
tradable
You have to do
assets.
it.
They can
You
get
have
it
to.
back
I
in
would
2 to 3
reboot.
years.
What could you get for Sauce Gardner right now?
Shit,
first
at
rounders?
least a second at the very least.
There's no way you can't go down this road again. You know that. You can't.
Why not?
And if Woody Johnson's teenage kids are correct, and they are running the show, you have to cut bait. You do. You just look. We're going to suck for 2 years. I think the Detroit Lions, whether we want to admit it or not, the Detroit Lions might be, because this is such a copycat league, the Detroit Lions might be the poster child for, okay, guys, let's bite it. Nobody wanted to hear it in 2021. Nobody wanted to hear that the Lions were going to suck. Nobody.
$20 million to not play
but you
for
knew
3
it.
dudes.
But you knew it. And in 2022, you hope they took a step up, and by golly, they did. But if I'm the Jets, I'm looking at the Lions, and I'm saying, it can be done.
Sean, why do we understand this and like NFL GMs don't? Here's the deal. You trade everybody, you load up on draft capital,
over.
and you reboot it.
Yep.
You take the cartridge out of the machine, you blow on it, you put it back in, and push the power
It's
button.
It's the easiest league by far to do it.
No,
It's the easiest league to hit on draft prospects as well.
it's
All
the
you have to
easiest
have
league
is
to do
somebody
it.
competent in the GM role. That's
Yeah.
it.
I don't get why they won't do it, but I'm happy they don't, and I want them back. I need them back. Second down.
Second down, second question of the NFL nickel package. Will Deion Sanders be a coach in the NFL next year?
No.
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 I know.
I firmly believe now it's ego. He's digging in his heels. I firmly believe he's going to try to get one more year out of Colorado. All bets are off after this next year, though. I do honestly feel that way.
I just don't know the man to be a liar. He said he wouldn't want to coach NFL talent. He don't want to coach grown-ass men because of they not going to listen. So,
and by the way, Neil,
college.
Can I go back to question number 1? You know who would be great in New York? Do you want me to say it?
Yes.
America's quarterback.
Jameis Winston.
Oh, he'd be awesome.
Jameis Winston in the New York Jets. Can you imagine that?
Oh, my God.
Let him run out the tunnel with the flag.
My
Now, that's
gosh.
what I'm saying.
Now,
Can you
that's
imagine
what I'm
Jameis
saying.
with the
Come
flag
on,
on 9/11?
I will literally
In
have
New York?
a Winston Jets jersey here. I literally would have. That would be.
I'm in. You know what?
I'm in.
If the Jets sign Jameis Winston, Sean, I'm getting a Jameis Winston Jets
and by
jersey
the way,
too.
ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that is Exhibit A as to why I am not what these people are saying. I am the guy that is called Jameis Winston, America's quarterback.
All right, third down of the nickel package.
Real quick, by the way, I agree with you. Deion probably won't be a coach in the NFL this year, but he has, without a shadow of a doubt, proven if you hire him in college, he will elevate your college team to a minimum of a 9-win team.
He's going to be a
100%.
Florida,
Don't let
he's
Flannel
going to
hear
be a
that.
Florida State guy. He's going to go back
Yes.
to Florida State.
They
would
need
that be
to
something?
do it. All right, I'm
That'd
sorry.
be
Go ahead. Third
Yeah,
down.
and if Florida State doesn't want him, he should go to Miami. All right, next question of the NFL nickel package. Are running backs back in the NFL?
Real quick in the chat, go blue. I love how Sean just makes it worse. That did. It made it worse, Sean.
Yeah.
I love America and I love Jameis Winston.
You're reaching that straw, Sean.
You know what? Yeah, they are. And to be honest with you, I never understood why they went away. I think they went away because there just weren't good ones that stayed healthy. And this year, like Derrick Henry stayed healthy. Saquon stayed healthy.
Yeah.
And that's what it was, because they are dynamic players. They are like Justin Jefferson types.
Right.
If you put the ball in their hands, shit happens.
And even the older ones like Derrick Henry are holding up. That was a big thing, too. After 5 years, they fall off a cliff. And now you're seeing older running backs actually holding that standard, too. So.
What's the old adage? The NFL is the biggest copycat league. If it's a copycat league, then running backs are back.
Are they really back until they get paid like wide receivers or?
I'm not sure those days.
They'll
are
never get paid like that again.
Shout out to my
Yes.
boy Joik. Joik and I had this conversation like 5 years ago. I don't think we're ever going back to that. But are running backs back in the context in which the question was asked? Absolutely. And I think we're going to see it because it's a copycat league.
Is Saquon Barkley worth $25 million a year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would
At this
I do
point,
it? No.
he stayed healthy
No.
the whole year.
Saquon Barkley is worth more than Rondell Moore.
Absolutely.
Can I? But now with that being said, let me play devil's advocate for a second. How many teams are going to look at the model that the Detroit Lions have? How many teams are going to look at? We went and spent our money on Monty. We went and got a smart rookie contract and a guy like Gibbs. When people said we were crazy, how could we give up DeAndre Swift? Oh my goodness, what are we doing? Again, it's a copycat league. The premium is being put on running backs. How you use the running backs is up to you, but there is a premium on running backs again, no doubt.
In the chat, super chat, Jason Kenyon, send me some Space Machine down to Southeast Oklahoma for me. I'll report on how good it is, and maybe also send some Verners down too. Can't get either down here. Do a solid, LOL. Jason, I think you can ship stuff. I think you can ship alcohol to
Southwest Oklahoma?
Southeast Oklahoma, like Dennis Rodman, Southeast Oklahoma State.
All right.
So there you go. Shout out Jason, by the way. He's a live stream viewer, no
There's
doubt.
some good
So shout out to
barbecue
him.
down that way, man. Let me tell you. Oof.
But yeah, I mean, yes, the running back position is back in the NFL, and you'll see that salary creep up. And here's the deal: why too? Because this is a passing league, and defenses have adjusted. There's less people in the box. There's less people to deal with in the running game, and that's why. That is partially why. You get a guy that can break tackles like a Saquon, or in his case, jump over tackles, and Derrick Henry who can break tackles. When the math works out and you're elite, get that guy the pill, man, and let him go to work. All right, second down.
All right,
Third
next
down.
down of the
Whatever.
NFL nickel package, fourth down.
Yeah.
We saw the Lions play the Colts this season, and we saw Anthony Richardson. Richardson said after he didn't play BS the Giants last week was tough. I couldn't even stand up on Tuesday, could barely even walk, crawling around the house. Why is he so extra?
Yeah.
He's a bitch, dude.
Yeah.
He taps out of games, and then he goes to the media. He's like, I was crawling. You weren't crawling around the house, man. You weren't crawling around the house, and then you can play on Sunday in the NFL. Like, Colts, here's a little bit of a suggestion for you. He ain't it.
Yeah. Expect the Colts to draft a quarterback.
So plan accordingly, Colts.
At what point in time do we stop with the we need to see this by 15 games, by 30 games, by 40 games? You either are or you aren't. And it was funny. I was talking to this Milroe stuff, okay? I'm sorry. I think he's garbage.
He sucks.
I really do.
Yeah,
he's not good.
He's going to be playing for the Tiger Cats, Sean. We already said it.
And it was funny because one of my buddies texted me the other day, and he goes, dude, he's Anthony Richardson. I was like,
no, he's not.
Yeah, but in the regard that it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
It's never.
Jalen Milroe will host a Grey Cup or two. You know, he'll hoist
right.
those things, but
Shout out Stan Peters.
It's never going to happen. Neil, I'm so pissed, by the way. I was going to text you this last Sunday. We were this close to having you be full profit Neil Rule. They should have taken care of the Giants. We would have had the greatest and/or with the Indianapolis Colts involved this past week. But instead, we just have and/or.
And that's my point, Sean. He's so bad, Anthony Richardson, that the Colts are eliminated and will not be with and/or the final week of the season. When's the last time the Colts have been eliminated and not been a with and an or the final Sunday?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
To all the people out there that said that they would be better off with one Joe Flacco, I think they look pretty smart right now.
100% they were correct.
Look pretty smart right now.
You got to cut bait from him, man.
AR is the Lamar Jackson of Tyler Huntley's. He really is.
Oh, wow.
The Lamar Jackson of Tyler. But that was damn good, young Justin.
You know what that was like? That was like when somebody tells you a story and they say, like, my cousin's stepbrother's mom. Like, you had to sit there and do the math for a second. Yeah. That was elite, Justin.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, just the fact that when are we going to learn that these college quarterbacks that come out and have like 54% completion percentages and obviously have accuracy issues think that it's going to translate to the NFL? Honestly, the fact that Anthony Richardson was drafted in the top 5 is still astounding to me because of the fact he never showed truly anything in college.
It's the premium on college quarterbacks. I've had this conversation we'll do it again this year. We'll dance this dance again this year. Everybody and their brother will talk about how there's no good quarterback and why would you waste a pick? And we'll see 5 or 6 guys go in the first round.
Sure.
Set your watch to
100%.
it, man. It happens every freaking year.
Fifth down.
All right, fifth question of the NFL Nickel Package. If the playoff seeding holds up, the Chargers will be at the Ravens wild card weekend. The Ravens' road to the Super Bowl would be a Chargers at Bills at Chiefs. Good luck, Lamar. That's tough. That's murderer's row right there.
Losing first round.
You're done. That's it. It's just, there's only one way to stop a lot of the stereotypes, and that's to. Well, stop the stereotypes.
Go out and win. Yeah.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it until we're blue in the face. But if you go out and win, people will start to change their minds. More on that in a second with Mr. Franklin and in particular Mr. Day. But people will start to change their minds. But if people say that you can't win the big one, and people say you gag in the playoff, well, here we are. Do you want to prove them wrong? Do you want to say this year's different? Do you want to say that this set of circumstances is different? Go do it. And we all know it's not going to happen. There's no way you navigate that.
I need Joe Burrow in the playoffs.
No way.
I'll say this, guys.
I need Joe Burrow in the
I'll say
playoffs.
this is here's the thing though. Why, if I'm Lamar, I enjoy that because if he makes that run,
there's nothing. Anybody
can't nobody tell me nothing,
at
right?
all.
Like,
Nothing at all.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now
I
the
did
Lions
it.
will be waiting for you on the other side,
Yeah,
but
good luck
you
with
cross
that.
that bridge when you get to it.
Right.
I'd like to welcome in Stick
Yes,
to
sir.
the. There is Stick right here. There. Shout out to Varchaz, by the way. No, Stick's a bourbon aficionado.
He is.
And Stick, the cognac finished barrels.
That,
This was a tough decision.
Yeah.
Do the cognac, bro.
no,
Yeah, do the
it.
cognac.
That's what I chose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good decision.
Can
you
we?
Like what I
You won't regret that. You won't regret that.
Can we give you can we get a review of Stick right now?
Yeah, but why are you guys drinking out of these? We have these in the back.
didn't know we had
This is like, come on. We're not amateurs here.
We're not amateurs.
Stick's offended by our plastic cutlery right now.
Right.
I'm surprised you're not. I thought plastic cups were.
That's because
below you.
Neil is with the people, man.
I'm a man of the people.
Right.
All right, we need your honest review.
It's smooth.
Rich.
Very smooth.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
I liked it. It got me in the chest. That's a good, rich flavor.
But it's not overpowering.
Look at the
No,
legs.
I
on
can
that
still
thing.
do my job for the day.
Yeah, right.
You approve.
Shout out Varchaz.
Shout out Varchaz. They're a couple miles from here, as a matter of fact. Stop by their distillery.
They
They're
need to
good
be a
people.
sponsor.
They sent a
Stick.
case. They sent a case,
Stick.
man. So
Get on it, man.
That is cool.
And they be
Sales
watching
team
the
on it.
show every Friday.
wanna
I
go
mean,
in
they
here to
post
Hey,
every time you hold
If
up
y'all
that
don't do
bottle.
it,
I
I
see a
will.
post by Varchaz's Instagram.
they
They're
watch
like,
the show while they're bottling the stuff,
Why
man.
aren't they
You
a
guys,
sponsor?
like major props. That is a smooth drink. Highly recommended.
Yes. Rando Small super chat. Can us drunks get a close up of the booze?
Oh, look at that stuff.
Yeah,
Look at
thank
this
you, Justin.
You got to back up because it's
Yeah,
blurred.
That
let
is
Neil hold
solid.
it. Justin, give it to Neil.
Yeah. Here,
Justin,
give it back to
Neil.
me.
That
He'll,
is
We have
solid.
cameras here. We don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good stuff.
117 proof, by the way.
It's solid.
If you're scared, go to church.
wait, it's really 117 proof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it
it's
really
smooth.
is.
Like I can't tell.
No,
Yeah.
you nailed it. I think a lot of times it can, come across as rubbing alcohol when you get that high.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's
nah.
a good smooth with a V.
Absolutely.
That's why I like whiskey though. I've never had a vodka that's
JB
been
smooth.
Right,
120
shout out JB.
proof
Shout out
around
JB.
and
Look,
be
you
smooth.
try
That's
it.
why I like
You
whiskey
try
so
it.
much.
Well, that's why your generation's soft, because you guys mess with vodka.
Yeah, I don't like vodka.
Fucking sick fucks.
All right, let's take the break.
Vodka blows.
Let me see. Where were we at? The jar. Tell them about jars, Spenny. That's your lane too.
I will tell them about Jars. If you're looking to chill for the game or just enjoy a great weekend, start it with Jars Cannabis. Top shelf quality, unmatched variety, and prices made for the people. The best cannabis for the best prices at Jars. Go to shopjars.com or visit them on social media at Jars
Where you keep getting all
_life.
this paper?
Jars Cannabis should be your first choice when you're looking to inspire yourself.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Are you overdue for a new car? Beat the holiday rush and get an amazing deal from Les Stanford Chevrolet. Right now, a Blazer EV2 LT with all-wheel drive is only $149 per month, and Equinox EV LT is only $169 per month. Go to Les Stanford today or click the QR code on the screen and check out their massive inventory. Don't forget, Les Stanford has Cadillac, Buick, and GMC as well. Les Stanford in Dearborn and Ferndale, lesstanford.com.
All right, keeping it pushing here on a Bourbon Friday, Nickel Package Friday, Lions-Vikings Friday, all of it. We're going to get back into the Lions-Vikings thing. All right, I'm calling an audible here because I do want to get back into the game. Let's do the sports media Nickel Package. We'll whip through that. We'll do Lions-Vikings, and then quick.
I really like the last question in the sports media Nickel Package.
All right, let's do it then. Sports media Nickel Package. This is for me, and you guys support it.
It's
like
for
we
me
asked
too.
the people. And they said, yeah, we like it. So just some random musings from the business side of sports and the sports media side. Let's do it.
All right, first question of the sports media Nickel Package. Meth streams and crack streams went dark this week. 24/7 TV streams went dark last month. Did Adam Schefter wreck it for the rest of us?
And he did. Remember when he sent that tweet?
He did.
And on the screen, it was a little Meth Streams logo that was up there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam Schefter. You wrecked it for everybody.
No, if you're smart, you found other means. So, but meth streams will be back. Best believe they'll be back.
Sad.
It's a rest in peace. We had a good run. It's already gone. Listen, when you've been called racist the last hour, you're going to drink pretty fast. Okay, I'm trying to forget all the trauma you brought on.
Spenny,
me,
you're
okay?
still up though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't. I'm telling you, like there's
deep.
other means.
We're deep.
The well is deep.
Can you guys let me know? Can you?
Yeah, I got you.
Right,
I got you after the show.
Yeah, we got you. Don't worry.
All right, next question.
I ain't never getting blacked out.
I got a good NHL one that is specifically NHL, and it's elite.
Damn.
Yeah,
man.
Neil, you need to get out here in the streets.
The roots are
bro.
deep.
You got to get out here in the streets, man.
I know I do. All right, next one.
Next question of the sports media Nickel Package. Get-in ticket prices for the Fiesta, Rose, and Peach Bowl were all under $40. Why does no one care? That's crazy.
It is crazy. Real quick, Tom in the chat, Streamies never effing works.
That's because you're using Streamies.
That's because you're using the wrong Streamies.
You're right, bro.
That's the real deal. There's like 15 of them.
Real quick, Sean, we have reached the tipping point with college football and what you ask of the fan bases. Mm-hmm. You cannot realistically ask a fan base to go to a home playoff game or a road playoff game, then go to a Fiesta Bowl, then go to a semifinal, then go to a national championship game. Like you have cracked America's fan base. Like, look, Michigan fans proven if you're starved, you'll do it. For two. Right? For two. Mm-hmm. For a semifinal and a championship game. You'll do it. And Michigan fans, those credit card bills are still deep in the streets.
Big facts.
Still deep. But you know what, though? So what, man? That's
Worth
life.
it.
That's
Absolutely.
life. That's experience.
Absolutely.
Michigan State fans did it with the Rose Bowl.
Right. It's a
I
moment.
was there.
The
I've
moment
never
has
seen
to be
anything like
worth
it.
And you didn't care what the cost was.
The
Didn't
moment
matter.
has to be worth it.
The moment has to be worth it. And when it's 4 times in a season, the moment's not worth it.
Nope.
It's just not.
I think I told you guys, I promised my daughter as long as she's there, I said if Michigan State makes a bowl game, we'll go to whatever bowl game it is. Period. End of story. Of course, we haven't been able to do that yet through her first couple of years, but hopefully next year is the year. Neil, it's funny because we were talking about this last week when you were out. The people that say bowl season is dead, you're out of your mind. It isn't dead.
I was mad as hell about it. I
categorically-
texted you I was mad, but guess what I was doing every bowl game I got a chance.
Yeah, there's too many sponsors that are spending too much money, okay? And as long as there is money there, they're not going anywhere. But with that being said, how much money they bring in from the average people like us, from the guys that just, you know what, I've never seen a bowl game. I want to go to a bowl game. That's something you have to worry about. But as long as you have, name a sponsor, Duke's Mayo, that is willing to say, we're going to give you $2.7 million. KG, the head coach at Iowa State, we're going to pay you $2.7 million. They're going to come.
I think
no mistake about that.
I think that ASU is the best example of this because they had 95% of the stadium at the Sugar Bowl. Georgia couldn't have cared less about, or not Georgia. Texas couldn't have cared less about being in the Sugar Bowl. You saw it. Every single fan there, they showed on the camera when they went around the circle of the stadium was an ASU fan. Yeah. It matters to them. They haven't
because it was new.
It was new. They
Their
never
last
made it.
BCS game was Jake Plummer.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out Jake Plummer.
The 97 Rose Bowl was their last stand in that, dude. It was Michigan fans with last year. Yeah. They were going no matter what.
Absolutely.
And good for them.
Yeah. Especially because it was the Rose Bowl. The Rose Bowl is why the semifinal had the showing that they did. Mm-hmm. Most Michigan fans thought that knew we were going to beat Alabama, but they didn't care because of the Rose Bowl. My dad included. My dad tried to convince me to go to the Rose Bowl, and I told him, no, we should go to the Natty. They're going to win against Alabama. And it's just the fact that it's new, it's different. And that's the thing that the college football playoff is missing now for the teams like Texas, Georgia, Michigan, Alabama, who have been there time after time. It doesn't matter, and their fan bases don't care. And when there's a ticket price of $40 to get to the door, of course Arizona State fans are going to take over the stadium. Mm-hmm. They've never been there.
Justin, you hit the nail right on top of the head, and I lived it. Neil, you made reference to it. That Rose Bowl on January 1, 2014.
All my state fan friends.
It was, I mean, you guys saw it. It was probably 75%.
You didn't care if that flight was $1,000 you were going.
Didn't matter. I was talking to one of the kiosk guys, okay? Because, the way the Rose Bowl is there's a giant area around the Rose Bowl, but yet inside the fences where you have a bunch of kiosks selling different merch. It was gone.
Wow.
If you were looking for Michigan State merch, I'm not joking. This is not an exaggeration. It was gone. You had Michigan State and Stanford merch. But if you were looking for Michigan State merch, it was gone. And one of the guys that ran one of the kiosks said, dude, I've been here for 30 years. I've never seen anything like it. And I said, well, because you're talking about a team that hasn't been here since 1988.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, really. I mean, that's what it came down to. So there was no way in hell I was missing that. And I think a lot of other, Spartan fans felt that exact same way. So, Justin, I agree with you. And we lived it in Pasadena that day.
Rich Baldwin in the chat. The college football playoff should be shortened to 8 teams. All right, Rich, stop.
It's not
never
going back.
It's never going backwards.
It's going to 16 if it goes to anything.
It's never going backwards, guys. So get out of that
D2.
mindset.
Bring it to D2. I'm serious.
Bring it to
D2 has
D2.
worked for years and has worked wonderfully for years. Bring it to D2.
And guess what, though? Speaking of the D2 thing, a lot like the Final Four, it's always the same teams.
Speaking of D2, shout out to Fair State. Dynasty,
man.
Yeah.
No doubt. Next down.
All right, next down, shout out Fair State. Roger Goodell is reportedly shopping an international series of games streaming bundle that would feature an international game every week of the season.
Oh, Jesus.
It's being reported this package would fetch over $1 billion for the league.
Yeah.
This is going to happen, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm shocked that we don't have a team in London yet. I'm really serious. If you went back to 2017 and you asked me, will we have a team in London by 2025, I would have bet a lot of money and lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's coming. You better get used to it. I still say that it's coming, and these bundles are part of the evidence that I use that the NFL as we knew it is changing by the second. Literally, absolutely, Neil. Great question. 100%, we better get used to it.
It's $1 billion.
Yep.
Yeah.
$1 billion. $1 billion.
The NBA did it too, by the way, so absolutely they're going to do it.
It's $1 billion. More on the NBA later.
Yeah.
It's $1 billion. Yeah, it's happening. And guess what? That I'll get behind. Because one of the angles I like about international soccer and the Premier League and everything like that, there's a game on at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
So when I get up and the kids are kind of still sleeping or whatever, and I get that 30 minutes
just flip
of
on
sanity.
that Chelsea game real quick.
Real quick. I'm a big Liverpool guy.
Chelsea.
Right. I'll flip. Chelsea's garbage.
Yeah.
I'll flip it on.
To me, really funny when you choke the Premier League.
I'm a Tottenham guy, but we got it.
Stop. Chelsea. Tell me the last time they did anything, real quick. Good talk. All right. Anyway, the Penn State of the Premier League.
When Drogba was playing with them, that's the last time Chelsea did it.
Yeah,
that's true. But
hey, Penn State of the
we're
Premier
having
League.
a good year. We're having a good year.
All right, next one.
All right, next question. NBA Christmas Day TV ratings were up 87% over last year. Lakers Warriors had 8 million viewers, good for the best ratings of the season. We were told the NBA is dead. Were we lied to?
They keep trying to play us. You
guys in the chat told me I don't watch the NBA. But somebody's lying.
You know the type of crowd that's in the chat also. So
can we say both things? Can we see both things can be true here though? The rumors of the NBA's demise were grossly exaggerated, okay? Let's get that out of the way. The second part of that is you will never compete with the National Football League.
No.
Nothing will.
Oh, no.
Stop it.
And
But the NBA's the best
pretend.
at it, though.
Yeah,
they're the best at it.
But let's drop it. Let's no more pretend that there's the National Football League. There's everything else. But the one thing that the NBA has done, we are creatures of habit. We are traditionalists. They have planted their flag on Christmas Day. There are generations of people who grew up just having the NBA on, much like you and I have the Hawaii Bowl on every year at our house on Christmas Eve. There are generations of homes that maybe you're not even watching it. It's just on.
It's in the background. Yeah.
It's on. You're right. Your uncle grabbed himself a little plate and he's sitting there watching some games, maybe in the corner by himself. They did a really good job of planting their flag there. Do they own Christmas Day? Absolutely not. No way.
Yeah.
The NFL has now staked its claim, and that's the way it's going to be. The NFL doesn't fail. The sooner we all accept that, the better off our lives will be. But, Neil, I'm a firm believer in the both things can be true.
Yeah.
The NBA is not dying. Stop it.
And maybe in America it is, but as far as
it's not.
And I don't think it is either. But as far as the NFL, this is why they're trying to get in the international game now, because the NBA has that on lock. The NBA has been an international product for over a decade now.
Time. You're right.
Like way over a decade now. So,
You're right.
No, I don't think the product is dying, but at the same time, they do need to fix certain things about the game.
Sean was exactly right. The bottom line is this: we'll do what we're told.
Yeah.
As viewers, we will do what we're told. And in the national conscience of the sports fans in America, the NBA unofficially starts Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And people will tap in. And I see you in the chat like, Tom, if the NBA disappeared tomorrow, I wouldn't notice. And
I watch the NBA every night.
But you just not an NBA fan. That's okay. But there's plenty of people that watch it.
I watch the NBA every night.
Yeah.
Copacetic Sushi, I don't watch the NBA. Some of you do.
Yeah.
8 million of you watch Lakers and it's Lakers Warriors. It's not even. And here's a little thing: it's not even the good teams like Oklahoma City that you guys, aren't conditioned to think are good.
You don't get billion-dollar media rights deals if your ratings are dying.
100%.
If your product is dying.
And yes, the NFL is the unequivocal king.
Yeah,
they're the king. But the silver medalist is the NBA
without
by
a doubt.
far.
Can I say this? Like LeBron James, just shut your mouth. Don't poke at the bear. Like, don't poke at the bear. The Christmas Day is our day. It will still be your day, but you don't tell the NFL what to do.
Yeah, the NFL is here now.
There was a time in our lives, Neil, and I'm sure you remember this, the NFL used to acquiesce to other things. If the World Series was on,
college football,
they would say, you know what, Sunday night, tip of the cap, respect to the
this
World
is the
Series.
one Sunday night we're not going to do a Sunday night game.
Now the NFL just does this.
Brian Branch.
And they even throw the thumb up there, too. Like, it's one thing if you get
What is it about the thumb?
Yeah, well, I
it
think
makes
it's
it
with
extra,
emphasis. I really do.
It's extra.
It's like the caps
the
for the middle
finger
finger.
is one thing, but you get the thumb up there, and that's like, no, really, I don't think you understand me. Fuck you. And that's what the NFL has done to everybody, and they've lived their life as such. And Neil, the one thing that we say every time about the National Football League is, again, this is going back to the creatures of habit thing. When they added a wild card team, what is the NFL doing? They were right. When they added another playoff team, what is the NFL doing? They were right. When they added the 17th game, what were they doing? They were right.
When they add the 18th game.
When they added the 18th game, because it's coming, they were right. I've seen this play out, honestly, in my lifetime. You're talking 40-plus years of... I remember my dad losing his shit when I was a little boy about the wild card, for goodness sake. For us, the third Thanksgiving game. Whether we want to admit it or not,
I hated it.
We were all grumpy old men. It's Detroit at 12:30 and Dallas at 4:15. That's the way it's been, and that's the way it's. I couldn't imagine Thanksgiving night without that fucking third game now.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine it now.
The only
right?
thing the NFL gets wrong is in-game stuff.
Yeah,
like the
right.
kickoff, horrible. They
Right,
need to go back and fix that shit.
But the NFL wins, man. That's what they do.
Yeah.
The NFL wins.
In the chat, Ace Mativia, true athletes have an appreciation for all four sports. Ace, I haven't seen you here before.
I
Thanks for
agree with you,
tapping
dude.
into
No,
the
that's a
show.
fact.
That's a fact.
Steve
call.
O'Baby, Neil, my nephew and I watch the NBA. He loves basketball, and on a basketball team, he's 11 years old. The kids like the NBA.
No, they do. It
They
definitely
really do.
resonates
Well, they're
with the younger
enamored with the
generation.
3-point shot.
Well, and stars. The NBA promotes the stars better than the NFL, better than any league.
Absolutely.
That is true.
Absolutely.
Better than any
I
league they
am
do
not
it.
going to. I've said this 100 times. I mean, I always use the image of a plate. I have too much on my plate, especially this time of year. A big portion of my plate is. I have a hefty portion of the World Junior Championship. I have my nightly NHL. I have my nightly wings, my nightly Habs. Oh, by the way,
College bowl
the
games.
number one college hockey team in the nation as well.
Shout
yes,
out.
I'm going to take an opportunity to watch them as well. So for me personally, does my plate have a lot of room for the NBA? No. But I like what that guy said. Respect to the NBA, you did something right planting your flag on that Christmas day, and now it's become synonymous. It's become a tradition. We're creatures of habit, and you have made Christmas your day. You really have.
Now, we got any more, Spenny? We done? Or?
We have one more.
Okay.
Yeah. World number one chess player Magnus Carlsen was pulled from the World Chess Rapid Blitz for wearing jeans, which was a violation of the tournament's dress code. Is Magnus Carlsen bigger than the dress code?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
If Magnus
And I love
Carlsen,
that he went
Listen
like
to
that.
his name,
With the
Magnus
thumb, too, I might
Carlsen.
add.
as a chess player,
Right,
He
Magnus
fired
Carlsen.
the thumb in there, too.
He is
100%
absolutely
for
more
him.
He's the
important
Ken
than the dress
Jennings
code.
of chess.
Good
if
for him,
Magnus
dude.
Carlsen pulls a Sean Belizean and goes pantless, you know what you do if you're the World Chess Organization?
Market.
You acquiesce
Yes,
to
sir.
him.
Market him.
You market him.
Yes, sir.
He's the guy. You gonna look me in the eye and tell me Magnus Carlsen isn't gonna win the
Chess,
quote?
do you
quote,
want to grow?
World Chess Rapid Blitz competition?
You don't fuck with Magnus. That's just the way it
Magnus
is. No,
Carlsen.
no.
And guess what happens?
Let him be Magnus.
If you don't F with him, he won't F with you, and you all win. Is that fair?
The name alone, Magnus Carlsen.
Look, in the chat right now, Vera says, F that dress code. There
Right.
you go.
you
that's
know,
it.
man, Magnus.
Magnus is bigger than
Right.
that.
You're a
In-
renegade.
In the
If you're
super
a chess
chat.
player with the name Magnus, you have already
You've got the
infinite
aura.
Yeah,
You've got
exactly.
the
See,
aura.
you,
No
took
doubt.
you took it right out of my mouth. You knew exactly what I was going to say.
There's an even
You guys
money-
are predictable.
There's
Your
an even
generation's
money
predictable.
chance you have once beheaded somebody too.
Yeah.
If
Dante.
you walk around with your Magnus, there's a really good chance you took a sword in Scandinavia and beheaded somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
okay,
Norwegian.
he
Yeah.
probably did. He was an extra on Vikings and he killed
He's
somebody.
like the guy in the Olympics with the pistol, like the competition.
That
I forgot
guy
his
was
name.
the
Chase,
best.
you were looking it up. Is there what cool stat of Magnus Carlsen jumps out at you? If you're looking it up, just
I know Chase
He's only
looking at it.
34 years old. He's already the best chess player in the world.
At
At
30
34 years old, he's the recognized grandmaster of chess. Like there's not a single human.
He has been for
Yeah.
a while.
the
Yeah.
Tiger
Market
Woods in
him.
the early 2000s
Yeah.
of chess.
Yeah, he's
He
on that
is.
Tiger Woods run.
Don't be the PGA. Don't be the PGA.
Dante 151. You want to hear something sad? The last time the Pistons played on Christmas Day was 2005,
Jesus
19
Christ.
years ago.
Well, you need to be a
That's an
premier
insane
team.
Didn't we
stat.
beat San Antonio that day, right?
Probably.
Somebody fact check me.
Yeah.
Am I right, Spenny?
I think so, yeah.
I think we beat San Antonio that
You
day.
got to be a premier team to play on Christmas.
Yeah.
That's how they market it. So
I'm
Yeah,
they beat
convinced
San
it was a
Antonio
rematch. It was a
85 to
rematch of
70.
the finals, right?
yeah,
Beat San Antonio 85 to 70.
Of course.
85. to 70.
DNC ENT Magnus has a hog. I can't
Ben
comment
Wallace
on
with 10 points and 21 rebounds.
Is that good?
Antonio McDice with 10 points and 13
McDiggity
rebounds.
Dice.
Gosh, I love
I
dice.
had,
McDiggity
I had the
Dice.
towel from Antonio McDice. It's got his sweat on it. All right, let's go to break.
that. You want to combine the two?
Yeah, we'll do Soroki's now and then P-Fit and Dr. Pierce coming back.
All right, let's do it.
Let me tell you about Soroki's crispy chicken and pizza. Delicious. Make sure you go get it. They got 7 different wings for you to choose from. My favorite is the spicy garlic, but you can try them all and choose your favorite for yourself. Soroki's crispy chicken and pizza. To find one near you, not even close. Go to Sorokis.com.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
What's up, everybody? Neil Rule for Planet Fitness. That's right, over 50 Metro Detroit locations. The bottom line is this. It's the best gym in the gym game. I know this because I literally have a very good friend of mine that's paying $90 a month for a gym membership. That's not Planet Fitness, obviously, because a Black Card membership's $24.99 a month. And I asked him, I said, why are you paying more money to lift the same weights? He looked me in the eye and he told me, I don't know. And I said, thank you. That's the answer I was looking for, because I don't get it, and I'll never get it. Planet Fitness is the move. I've been a member for over 3 years. I'll never be a member at another gym. It's become a daily part of my life, and I can't imagine my life without it. And if you guys, look, it's the new year, right? The resolutions, all of that. If you want to get in shape, I'm telling you guys, man, Planet Fitness is the move. It's what I did, and I changed my life forever, and you guys can too. They're not going to work out for you. Like, you still got to go and work out. A little bit of this is on you, but it's an easy setup there. Tons of cardio equipment, tons of weights, the stretch zones, all of it. 30-minute circuit, it's all right there for you. You can take a shower. They have clean facilities. You can take your shower. You can get on about your day. Make it a daily part of your life, and you guys can change your life too. PlanetFitness.com. Join there. Pull in the parking lot on the way home. It's Planet Fitness. Your fitness is essential for the new year.
What about Dr. Pierce?
Dr. Pierce, everybody, our injury insider, joins us every Tuesday right here on Big D Energy. Every Thursday on Ermanni and Edwards as well. Powered by the Michigan Sports and Spine Center, MRI of Southfield. We talk about breaking sports injury news, but also he's helped me, he's helped Spenny, got us in regimens that have changed our lives as well. Scan the QR code on the screen. He can help you if you're a weekend warrior, if you're an athlete, if you're faking injuries so you can make an and one like Sean Belizean does and you pull your hamstring. He can help you out on that as well. Again, catch him every Tuesday right here on the Woodward Sports Network, every Thursday with Ermanni and Edwards as well. Dr. Pierce, our injury insider. All right, final segment of the show, which is tough to believe, but here we are already.
Fun show, fellas. Seriously.
It's always a fun show.
No, really,
Always.
it's. I told you guys, I didn't use these exact words, but I like doing shows with you guys.
You guys.
You did.
What do you mean, you guys?
Yeah, what do you mean, you guys?
You guys.
What does that mean?
Right.
Tom, I'm so sick of the skull-ish. So annoying. Well, Tom, the good news is you won't hear it this
I'm a
weekend.
Kodiak guy anyway.
The good thing about Skull is the fact that you can do it right back in their face after we beat them on Sunday.
Screw that. I'm a Kodiak
Skull!
guy.
Zach Soap, Magnus versus Jake Paul loading. How about they play chess in between the breaks? Chess boxing.
It is. I've seen it.
Jake Paul won't do that because he'll lose.
Mike G, Dr. Pierce, greater than Dr. Clappin Cheeks. That's an aggressive statement, but I find it to be true.
Very aggressive.
It really is. All right, final nickel pack. Let's combine the college football. Give me a best of college football.
Yes, I got the
package.
best of here. I've
All right.
spent the last 20 minutes picking the best questions.
All right, you got 6 minutes, so
All
go.
right, so the first question, has Franklin changed the narrative yet?
No, I told I will stand on this and I will fight people. When I saw the bracket, I told you guys this. He gets no credit for any of the things they've done. Why was it stacked for Penn State?
If he wins
they didn't win a conference tournament.
If he wins the next game, I will say he has changed it. If you're playing for national champion, I have to give him credit.
Neil.
Right now, I'm with you.
Nothing.
Right now,
Nothing.
He wins the next game, I have
Neil,
to shut up.
just like you asked me about Ryan Day, what if James Franklin wins it all? Just what if?
I'll be honest.
Yeah, just what
I'll
if?
be honest, and I'll get flack for this as a Michigan fan, but I would be more mad if Penn State won it than Ohio State. I don't give a shit. I hate James Franklin that much.
You know what's really funny?
I might hate James Franklin more than I hate Ryan Day.
You guys will appreciate this. I had a conversation with a guy, shit you not, the other day on social media that was so unhinged about what Ohio State has done. And he told me it doesn't matter unless you beat top 5 teams. Like that was so. Of course, you know me. I love facts. Facts never fail. I pointed out all these wins, and then I also pointed out. By the way, do you know in Ryan Day's time, I said just so I get this straight. You say that great teams are top 5 teams, and he said yes. I said just so we're clear, this will be the 5th out of 6 year that Ryan Day finishes in the top 5. His worst year is top 10. Drop it. Like drop it. It's a bad bit. Here we go again, Neil. Both things can be true. Michigan owns Ryan Day. That is a fact. I don't argue fact. Ryan Day has had a hell of a run. And when you're finishing 5 out of your 6 seasons in the top 5, you're doing something.
That's fine.
And
He just don't
Sean,
win big games.
The fundamentals have changed as well because the Michigan game doesn't matter anymore.
Doesn't. More on that in a second.
All right, next question, second down. Would you rather answer a question about Marcus Freeman or Drew Aller?
I don't care.
All right, so we're going with Marcus Freeman. Marcus Freeman is obviously greater than Brian Kelly. Seriously?
Yes.
Easy.
No, can I tell you why?
Easy, everybody.
Can I tell you why?
It's a conversation.
No, yeah, let me tell you
It's a
why.
conversation.
I think he embraced the portal. He brought in 6 guys that have proven to be integral to Notre Dame and part of the success that he's had. And if we're going to talk out of one side of our mouth here about how Brian Kelly couldn't win big games, and what was it, the 0 for 8 in BCS/playoff games, and already this guy's won 2, maybe this was addition by subtraction.
Well, just remember, Brian Kelly was an Alabama dynasty away from winning a national title.
And he's a bad guy. But
That's fine, but that's fine, but look
you know what? I don't care.
That's fine. Look at where they at now.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. What?
My family is finna be out of here.
Right, but I'm saying, though, what's Marcus Freeman done that Brian Kelly hasn't?
He hasn't.
One
That's why I
playoff
said it's a
games.
conversation.
He's one playoff.
Brian Kelly played for a national title.
But that was the free pass. There was never a win to get there. And I think that's a different scenario.
All right, fair enough.
It's a conversation.
All right, third down. We're going to flip sides to the Ohio State-Texas game. Is Jeremiah Smith the best wide receiver in the country?
Yes.
He's got Marvin Harrison Jr. qualities to him, doesn't he?
Even close. He's
Who else you putting up there with him?
Ryan Williams. That's about it.
he's some kind of special.
Yeah, he's definitely
really
the best.
I mean, who are they going to get to play quarterback next year? It doesn't matter.
Territorial McMillan from
5-star
Arizona.
Scion.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're going to keep the machine rolling, and the Michigan game doesn't matter anymore.
Ohio State is...
Oh, they de-emphasized it. That's why it don't matter no more.
No, it literally doesn't matter.
KG, don't.
Yeah,
You've been
you right.
trying not to
You
let
right.
him do it. Just
He been drinking. No, I'm on his ass.
You've been drinking too. Go ahead and do
I'm
it.
on your ass.
Tell me
man.
how it mattered this year.
That's fine, bro.
Tell me how it mattered.
From a
No,
technical,
you tell me how it mattered.
From a technical standpoint,
It didn't matter. So, no,
but
that's
if
a-
they
that's a
fuck around
long-winded
and
way-
lose, the first thing they are going to go back to is the Michigan game.
That's a long-winded way of saying, Neil, you were right.
I know, but if they win though,
You got it.
It matters not at all.
So can I throw this out there?
Only
Because
if
this
they
was part
win.
of the nickel package we're not going to have time for. Who's familiar with the date September 9th, 2024? Anybody? Anybody know what the significance
I
of that
do
is?
know the significance of that date.
Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame.
Yep.
Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame 16-14.
Didn't matter.
Yeah,
Matter.
but you're
Meant
talking
nothing.
about that and versus Michigan, Ohio State, which is the biggest rivalry. in
It only
college
matters.
sports.
You still
matter.
won it.
Hold on,
Don't get me wrong. You
let me
still-
take this.
But if Ohio State is sitting there like this on the night of January 20th, What does that? This goes
Sean,
back to
I'd say it already. It already doesn't
we're
matter.
talking about ifs. If they do it,
doesn't
fine.
that go back
but
to
until
all?
then, it matters.
No, it doesn't matter now.
Okay.
Because they're there.
All right.
They're there
You
in the
got it.
semifinals.
And
It
I've
doesn't
seen
matter.
both sides of this as a Spartan and as a Wolverine. I remember people doing the Spartan tears taste like sugar, which was such a dumb bit. We beat you. We went to the Big Ten championship game. What on earth are you talking about? And then Spartan fans were dumbasses 3 years ago. Yeah, K9, man. How about that? You know what? I would have traded places with you.
The one thing
you can have that win.
The
I'd
one
rather go to
thing
the
you
playoffs.
cannot defend is their athletic director going to the media and saying we're
doesn't
de-emphasizing the rivalry.
Matter.
It doesn't
matter.
matter.
Zach
Okay.
Soap.
All right.
Doesn't
And
matter.
Zach Soap says it here in the chat. That was still a good rivalry win, LOL. For you, it doesn't matter.
It does. In technical terms, it doesn't.
Then
But if
that's
they
it.
don't
Then
win the
stop
national
talking.
championship,
KG, then
that's
stop
where
talking.
the first finger gets pointed. That's where the
It doesn't matter.
all right.
Stop talking,
KG,
KG.
I'm sorry
You
to
said
say
it.
for you.
You got. I'm admitting you're right from a technical standpoint, but that's fine.
So you're admitting
they
I'm
better
right.
win the national championship.
If they
doesn't matter.
win the national title, the Michigan game
It doesn't
means
matter now.
Okay.
nothing.
You went to the
Except
Final
to
Four.
people
Yeah, it doesn't
who
matter because they
are
haven't
doesn't
lost.
Michigan
matter
fans.
now.
It doesn't matter
It
because they
only
haven't
matters
lost yet.
to Michigan fans.
That's it.
Ohio State is going for a national title right now and is currently a plus 140 favorite. As a Michigan fan, it doesn't matter. If
Okay.
Ohio State wins the Natty, they can go and do whatever they want. If Michigan lost to Ohio State and Michigan won the Natty, I would be the first one to throw a middle finger in Ohio State's face. Because you know what?
It's only
I
if.
don't care we lost to you. We won the national title as the best team in the country. That's the same way they'll treat us, and there is no point in even arguing the fact that it doesn't matter. It does matter. Ohio State, if they win the national title, is the best team in the country, and it might matter for next year's Michigan-Ohio State game, but it doesn't matter now. They will be able to say they are the 2024-2025 national champions.
JT Olson in the chat. What Neil is saying is no regular season game matters, not a single one. And that is correct.
It is correct.
Real quick, Sean. Lions-Vikings, how's it going to play out?
I think it's going to be closer than any one of us think. I think I
don't think so.
Well, let me tell you, it wouldn't shock me if it ended up being like the first game, and I was in Switzerland watching that. I'm going to say 34-31 Lions. 34-31.
Lions minus 10 alt line. What was it? Plus 260?
Plus 250.
250?
And it's funny you did that. I had 38-28 Lions.
That's the move.
Yep.
That's a move for me. 38-28, sure. Sam Darnold, couple picks. That's why they don't get in the 30s.
I had
That's it.
42-35.
Woodward Sports pregame show, 10 to noon. We'll be live at Second Best downtown. Don't forget, too, Woodward Sports has you covered all game day. Woodward and Maine, 8 to 9. Myself and Sean Belizean downtown, 10 to noon. That guy over there, Spencer Raxter, and Easy with you, right, Spenny?
Yep.
The Woodward Sports watch party is going on. Then the post-game show with Stick and Anson. Nobody in Michigan does NFL game days like we do. So for Sean Belizean, for KG, for Young Justin, for Chase, for Spencer Raxter, I'm Neil Rule. Thanks for tapping in. Have a great weekend, everybody. Well, see you later, Vikings fans. I'll see you on Sunday.